Penny for your thoughts.
I hate Brenda, and a bad guy hit me in the shin, and I peed all on my pants.
There's nothing a little music can't help. Rockin' and rollin'. Down to the beach I'm strolling. But the seagulls poke at my head, not fun. I said, seagulls, stop it now.
Yeah, whatever, you're sort of pitchy.
Didn't like it?
Listen, man, I'm not your friend.
Don't fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
It doesn't.
Hold on to your butts.
Don't waste my motherfucking time!
I got up this morning, put on my shoes, tied my shoes, went to the mirror, started combing my hair, I made a move, know what to do.
All right, we are here. We are live.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
I'm over here now.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like I can't see you anymore.
No, I hate sitting here because you're there and the way that you look at me.
What?
It's so infuriating.
Like normally look at you?
No, it's not normal.
What?
I think I like sitting over there because I can at least look like to the other side.
You can kind of sneak in.
Now I'm just like directly in front of you.
Yeah, he makes a point to just stare at me.
No,
no
wait,
matter what.
dude. This is the first time you've ever sat over there.
It's not. Last time I sat here, I hated it.
I'm just gonna stare at you now.
That-
now you brought it to my attention. I'm just gonna stare at you.
No,
if I had a coin with me, I would have sat there, but I didn't have a coin, so I couldn't.
Well, it's not like there aren't coins that we could have found.
Every other
for you.
time I've asked you for a coin, you said, "Why would I have those?"
Well, I have screwdrivers, which is the same thing.
No, they aren't because they're not wide enough.
It's true. It's an odd argument, I
But
suppose.
it's true.
Guys, we're the Lotus Cast, lotuscast.com. Live every Thursday night, 9 to midnight. God damn it, Joe. We just moved the fucking tree.
Yeah, can you get the tree in front of you?
Let's move the tree over here. And I am... God damn it, Joe. You're such a piece of shit. Follow us on Twitter at the Lotus Cast. Listen to us on Strange Label. Remember last week when we had Shannon Lake on the show from Not Safe for Water Coolers?
Was there any fallout for that?
Apparently, she said she made the statement. I guess the Lotus Cast has this new bit where they like to hang up on me. Like, when have we ever fucking called you before?
How can that be a bit? Just hanging up on you once or twice does not mean a bit. That's
ridiculous.
Well, that's insane.
I haven't followed up with their show since then, so I don't know if they...
Can we make it a bit, though? Just call her all the time?
Well, she would have to call us.
That's true.
And, I mean, I don't think she listened to the show outside of...
How can that be a bit?
Oh, because you didn't hear the comments from earlier in the show before.
Yeah,
she
I don't
called
think
in?
she listened to the show prior. I don't think she listened...
And the fact that she called in, she wouldn't listen to the show just to see how we talked about her before and after.
No, I think she's only in the moment. Only in the moment does she listen.
Hey, Charles, how are you enjoying that wine?
It's a lot like Chaunty.
It's not this show, man. That's next.
I think she's a lot like Chaunty. Like, Chaunty will never listen to the show or the episodes where we've talked about her.
Podcast.
Yeah, but she'll tell us that, they're my favorite podcast, but she's never listened. Yeah. Even
to be fair,
when we've talked
she
about
could
her.
just not be a podcast person, so she tunes in occasionally to say that
This is the host
she
of a podcast. To be
likes
fair,
a podcast.
though,
I don't know.
I don't listen to podcasts either.
Yeah. I listen to podcasts.
I listen to podcasts.
See, if I had places to go or things to do where I would like not be home masturbating, then maybe I would.
Well,
But
because I canceled my Sirius subscription, so I can't listen to Stern anymore unless I were to illegally download it because it's expensive. So like podcasts are my only other like talk radio source.
Yeah.
yeah,
there's a
and
lot of
you
good
guys are
stuff
in
out
cars and stuff. When you're home, you usually don't listen to talk radio.
Well,
Once
yeah,
in a
I
while
don't
do,
listen to
but very
podcasts at
rarely.
home. I only do it when I'm driving, but I
Right.
drive a lot. So
Are you listening to the new season of Serial?
I know. I told you I'm waiting until the
The whole thing's done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening episode by episode.
I can't do it, honestly, because I forget the details.
It's not as interesting as the Adnan case. Like, this case isn't as interesting, but it's
How many
still,
episodes are out now?
4.
Oh, so it's like a long
4 or
time. I
5.
gotta wait. I gotta wait like 6
Well, they
more
went on a
weeks or
2-week break because of the holiday, so.
something. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, it was pretty
So
terrible.
why didn't they just wait until after the holiday
I don't
to
know.
start it?
I fucking have no clue. I don't get it.
I hate when
It's
they
stupid.
do that.
Anyway. Speaking of our friend Chaunty.
You guys can make a purchase.
Yeah, Chaunty's got this deal going on her Facebook page. Guys, if you're interested, Chaunty Spillane on
Well,
Facebook,
and all
Twitter.
of her social media channels.
She, I guess she did a nude photo shoot, and for a while she kept saying like, "Oh, I did this shoot, and it's just for me.
Private.
It's private. It's just for me." Right?
I can understand doing a private just for me shoot, but then you don't advertise.
Joe,
it.
would you do a private just for you shoot?
No, because I'm a monster. I don't.
Wait, hold on.
I don't look like a good thing.
Can we get somebody to like? I want to.
Hold on, stop.
No, I want to.
Joe just said I don't look like a good thing.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
I want Joe to emulate George Costanza's boudoir photos.
Yes,
No,
that would be
I'm
great.
not going to do it.
For our next studio, we can just put it up on the wall.
So
we
you
can
wouldn't-
actually make that our business card.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Joe, if I bought you like a private photo shoot for Christmas or your birthday, like,
Well, they wouldn't be like naked photos. They'd be
They
like.
have to
But
be.
what if it was a nude photo shoot?
I wouldn't do it. I'd re-gift it. Like, here, Charles. Happy birthday, Charles.
Charles, would you do it? Would you go somewhere and let them take nude photos just privately for yourself?
No.
Dave would totally do it.
I would do it if they were public. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, well, you could take the private photos and post them later.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been
I've done that.
yeah,
Okay,
I've
what's
been
the deal?
nude on the internet before, Joe. It's not a new thing for me.
Yeah, well, see, like, I don't want them. I don't want to see them. Yeah,
The mirror is bad enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
the
right
worst
there
is
with
the
you.
worst is like if you look in the mirror and you see sometimes you kind of trick yourself and you're like, oh, today looks like a good day, and then somebody will take a photo of you and you're like, what was I thinking?
No,
like this does not look like what I saw in the mirror.
After you shower, you never just like dance in front of the mirror with your dong out, just waving it around.
No,
Like a few weeks ago, I found myself. I don't know why. It was like the week that The Wiz was on NBC or ABC, whatever channel it was, and I just caught myself right after a shower, just dancing to ease on down the road. I was like, just ease on down.
You guys
Just
know
with
how
my dick out. It was
you guys
great.
know how my bathroom's set up, like
Yeah.
where the mirror is, and it's a big mirror. So today, I'm like, all right, listen, my back hair has gotten long enough, so I had my wife shave, like Malcolm in the Middle style.
Yep.
She shaved my arms and my back.
at the breakfast table.
No, not at the breakfast table. We did it in the bathroom. But I'm standing there, and there's that mirror there, and I just kind of glance over, and here's my
Wait,
wife.
are you staring at yourself in the mirror while she's doing it behind you, or are you facing the bathroom, like the curtain of the shower?
No, I'm standing like towards the door, and then she's standing behind me, so I've got like a side profile.
Oh, in the mirror?
Yeah.
Did you you glance and you were like, oh man, is this my nurse? Like she's like my caretaker.
Yeah, that's
There's
honestly
no-
what it felt like, and I did ask her. I said, you know, when you're fucking like 15, 16, you're imagining your life into the distant future.
Was this a thing when you first got together?
No, my back was never this hairy when I was younger. And then as
I
we
hope not.
No,
that should be a thing that progresses.
And then and then I'm like, did you imagine that one day your knight in shine, your prince, the guy that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, is gonna be like, hey, it's time. It's that time again. I got the razor out. Okay, I'll put the towel down on the floor to catch the hair. And now you just shave my fucking back.
Why don't you just go to a waxer? Wouldn't it last longer?
Yeah, but I mean, it's cheaper and easier to have her shave my fucking back. I know it's
And
terrible.
degrading enough to keep her with him.
Yeah,
He
if
knows her
maybe
place.
that's the case, right? She's like, well,
She understands.
here I am. I've made my bed. I have to lay in it now. My fucking furry toweled bed. I wanted to shake it all out onto the floor too and take a picture and send it to you guys and just be like, oh,
Oh.
here's my back hair.
Was it a lot?
That was a lot, dude. Oh, I have so much back hair.
Did
Oh.
she do a lot, like arms and legs or anything, or just the back?
No, I just do the back because it's just so terrible. But I feel like I would look better that way. So she only has to see me this disgusting way, like to shave it, right?
And when she's fucking you.
And then, well, but
the
hopefully she shaves me, and then when she's fucking me in the ass, she doesn't have to see a hairy back.
Right,
side.
exactly, yeah.
Plus, it makes for easier cleaning because we use that fake semen lube.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Does anybody else have a hairy back?
Not really, no.
I don't
I
know.
have like shoulder hair, but not much. I have this sparse. which is good.
I
My
kinda feel
armpit
like-
hair connects to my chest hair, though.
Your what?
My armpit hair connects to my chest hair.
What?
That's bizarre.
That's
It's
weird.
like sparse, but it's there. I want it to be thicker.
The connection?
Yeah. I wish it was.
That is strange.
Maybe.
So Chaunty she did the nude photo, and she released this thing saying that, and for you guys that don't know, I mean, if you, I know like Austin is a newer listener. We have this relationship. Can somebody link in the chat room our interview with Chaunty Spillane? We've had
wasn't
this
good.
We've had this fascination with Chaunty for a while, and she's this local film actress. You know, she's in the film community, and at first we thought
She's
she
also
was
a
just
model.
she's kind of full of shit. And then as we kind of grew to know her a little bit more, we thought we were kind of having fun with her, and it
Turns out she's really genuine.
she's genuine, all right.
Yeah.
And we did this interview with her, and after that interview, we kind of said, all right, you know what? We're not going to touch this anymore. We're going to stay as far away from this as possible.
Well, unless we would like run into her.
Yeah.
Right.
And I like Chaunty. I think Chaunty's she's nice. She's a gentle human
Absolutely.
being. Anyway, she did this photo shoot, this nude photo shoot, and she's like, oh, this is just for me. And she posted like some teasers where she just covered up like her privates.
It was literally a full body nude shot.
Right.
But she would write Chaunty over her nipples.
And then she kept posting them. Like, so this private fucking photo shoot turns into, I start posting more each day. Well, now, for the betterment of society, for everybody that's huge fans of Chaunty Spillane, can somebody post that video in the chat, please?
Oh, I thought Dave was doing.
No, I wasn't doing it.
For the betterment of society, she has. You can purchase them now. You can purchase a nude of her, and that's all it was at first.
Art. It's art.
So she said, you can buy, but you have to send her a private message, and she's also going to do a webcam chat with you. Okay, so if you want to chat with her, and she might show you one of the photos
Over the webcam show?
over the webcam chat, her favorite one.
Meta's a little high, by the way.
But all of this is, at a cost. There's a charge to it.
Oh, is it at a cost?
So we're kind of curious. I'm actually, not only are we fascinated with her, but some of the other guys over at Strange Label are pretty fascinated with her as well.
Did you contact her?
I did.
I'm just curious why she just didn't post the price. Like, what was the big deal? Like, why did she be like, send me a DM if you really want to know?
I there's something about that, right? Like if the price is posted, people aren't gonna. But if you have to inquire about the price,
Was she afraid that people were just gonna DM her or like flame her
Well,
for the actual price?
I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone to like a escort site or something, but they never talk about direct prices and stuff, and it's always like the price. This is the price for dinner.
But
this
she's
is the price
not-
for that thing. I understand, but they always
She's not an
dance around it.
escort.
I understand, but they always dance around it.
Well, so what is the price for dinner?
well, here you
No,
go. You
too
want
much.
to? Here you go. I will.
What if we wanted some wall art from Chaunty's
All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you right now.
Well,
So I sent her a message.
with a dinner party?
It was a quick message, very quick message. I said, "How much are you charging for your photos?" Okay, so
Wait, so like, if in your mind, what was a reasonable price for it? Like, what would be the price that you'd be like, okay, I'll buy those photos?
I assumed it would be a couple $100. Just
yeah, knowing her,
knowing her and understanding like where everything is, I assumed a couple $100.
Right.
Even though that's still too much.
Yeah.
I
Is there
assumed a couple $100.
Would there have been a price where you've been like, okay, I'll buy those?
yes.
If it was $200, I would have.
If it was $10,
Yeah.
I would have. If it was $20, I would have thrown down $20.
Wait, if
about
it was
it this way.
$100?
Huh?
It was $100?
No, because that at $100, no.
Obviously, these are people that are already in that industry to begin with, but cam girls will sell albums of their nudes for like $30
Right.
at the
That's
most.
a deal.
Like
Albums,
that's
though.
albums. Like
Albums,
that's
yeah.
albums
Multiple
of them,
photos.
and those are very, very popular people with like thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. So you got to think.
How
Yeah.
many photos are in the album?
I don't know, usually like 6, 10-ish. I don't know.
Right.
Only 10.
That's a guess.
I remember I was asking. Because I did say, I was like, how much would you guys would you pay for these photos? Because I knew the price, and then so
No one was
like I remember Joe thinking like, oh well, maybe it's like 100. I'm like,
Well, yeah, because I know like she sells other merchandise that has like you can buy the magazine that she was on the cover of. It's
Right.
like $50 or something.
Right.
So I know like it's gonna be higher than I would pay.
Right.
But like I didn't expect it to be like in the thousands of dollars.
so she replies, I'm offering a video chat for $50 for 1 hour. Details here. So you can go to her shop. She linked the shop. So for $50, you get a 1 hour online chat session, a webcam session with her.
Did she say if your dick can be out?
She said, and I'm selling the photos. Oh, wait, before we get into that. So you get 1 hour for $50 to talk to Chaunty.
Didn't you say that she will show you one of the photos in the video?
She
chat?
said maybe. She says she will show you the photo, one of her favorites from the shoot, which I'm guessing is where the insertion photo.
Couldn't you just record the chat and then have that image?
No. Her favorite photo from the shoot is going to be one of the not quite nude teasers.
Yeah, like
you think so?
My sheet is just covering up my nipple here.
This one where I was covering everything with my leg is totally the one that was my favorite.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be her favorite. It should be yours. You should be able to pick out of the goddamn thing. But whatever.
So,
yeah, you see them all and then be able to pick my
now you
favorite
can't
photo.
you can't get too risque in the chat. Like if you start asking her to get nude, or if you show up to the conversation nude, she's going to be upset.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
if
I
you're
get to have a
asking
webcam
her,
too?
well, yeah, you're video chatting with her.
Yeah.
But like if
but
you're,
she's on the video and I'm chatting with her.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the video chat.
Yeah, but I don't need to have a video.
Like,
Well, I mean, if you want to show her your dick, you do.
Right. If you wanted to show her, like if you wanted to stretch out your fucking foreskin so she could be impressed.
But that would only... This is good. I like it.
So anyway, for $50, that's what you get. Now,
yeah, but like Dave said, like, so if you're going to buy the photo and it's part of a series, shouldn't you be able to pick the photo from the series? Like,
Yes.
shouldn't you see all of them
You
and then
should,
pick the
but
one
again-
that you're going to buy?
well, yeah, probably. So,
So you don't have an option in the
No.
choice in the buying. Like if you decide to
I think
buy
she's
this
doing
photo,
one photo.
It's one photo,
right.
Is it the one that she posted that she
I
covered
think
up?
so, yeah.
With Krang?
So, here's the price of the photos. I am selling the photos printed high-resolution quality on large canvas for wall hanging. So before I even name the price of this, you're getting a fucking
You're getting wall art.
Vigo
Yeah, Vigo the Carpathian. Yeah.
in your house
She is a ghost that's going to just steal your
Okay.
baby.
that you have to find a place in your house to put this wall art. Like you're talking a huge piece of fucking wall art.
You're
Sorry.
going to need lighting, appropriate lighting too.
Adam posted a photo of Michelle just listening to the podcast.
That's cool.
What's the photo?
It's just Michelle listening to the podcast. It's cool. I'm glad she's listening.
I do appreciate the fact that
Well,
Michelle
Adam's
is-
playing Jenga.
Yeah. Adam's not listening.
Adam's playing Jenga.
Adam,
and
fuck
Michelle's
it.
just listening to the podcast.
Right.
That's funny.
What, is she drinking?
Hold on, I'll
Oh,
put it over here.
they're eating pizza.
I'll
You
put it
want
over
to-
here.
You put it up on the big screen. I like the fact. I like photos of our fans listening. Aw.
Timothy, can this be a thing always?
Tell her to take her shirt off,
Yeah, Michelle, take your shirt off.
and then I want that same photo.
Michelle-
Anyway,
There's a lot of shit on the table.
there's a lot of shit on the table.
I like that they have a bullhorn, like a megaphone, like in the
Wait,
middle
really?
of the table. Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Sorry. There it is.
Oh, what the fuck? They do have a megaphone. What were you trying to cause avalanches or something? I don't understand.
So, where would you put, like, if you bought wall art?
Where
of
would
a-
I put?
Yeah.
Like me in my location.
I mean, just anybody. If
or
you-
like in any
Well,
location.
I mean, if I bought it here, it would go right behind Dave.
Absolutely.
Charles, where would you put it?
But like,
Oh, well, I've already thought about this.
Yeah.
Ooh, have you?
I would, depending on how big it is, right?
oh
I
wait,
would
are you
put-
saying the nude Chaunty art or any wall art?
Well,
Yeah, you don't really have any.
the wall art that I really wanted was a giant crucifix with Jesus on it,
Wait, what?
right on the cross. I'd put it like on my window, between my windows, in the area of like the 4 windows that I have that is a cross.
Why?
Because it
so
would
you
look
walk-
ridiculous.
You walk in the door, and all you see is a gigantic Jesus just like dead on the cross, just in the middle of the room.
I like that
you can
you-
actually hire
would
somebody to
be
play
great.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think it would be
I'll
fun.
be at your house every day for 6 hours playing Jesus,
I like
Well,
that.
maybe forever. Just the one time
Right.
to like really freak someone
Right.
out when they come.
Yeah.
I like that
Come
Charles's
on,
only
it's-
piece of art, which he has no guest ever, is just a
I was-
troll.
yeah,
art.
it was how often will this pay off? for
Right.
you?
Just one time's enough, really. It
But who?
justifies
I mean,
the
if you get
entire
Joe over there, Joe's not going to be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe."
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, cool. That's something that if I need to get a gift for Charles, I know he likes Jesus hanging on the wall.
A gigantic crucifix, please.
Thank you.
So you guys want the price of the Chaunty?
Lay it on us. Wait, hold on. Can we get a couple listeners to
This
guess?
is an expensive bottle. Look how far the thing goes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I want to see some price guesses. So this is one piece of how what's the size of the canvas?
It doesn't say. It just says wall art.
So
It's big. It's very
wall
big.
hanging.
But here's the thing: like, how often would you like, even if we're not counting Chaunty, like, are you really going to hang a naked woman as wall art
That's
anywhere
what I'm saying.
in your
Like,
house?
there is not.
you'd have, I mean, if
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil the price, but if you can afford it, you might.
Like, is there a woman that like Rochelle wouldn't mind? Like, you have to hang it in your bedroom because I don't think you can hang it anywhere else. But is there one that we should just be like, that's cool that we hang it in our bedroom?
Okay, so yeah, some listeners, I want to see some guesses from how much you think this picture will cost.
I don't think they're paying.
Nobody is
attention.
paying attention, but I want to see at least one guess.
No, they're
Somebody
looking
will
at
say
the
something.
Michelle
They are.
photo and talking.
They're
about the table.
analyzing fucking megaphone picture. God damn it!
Who pointed that out? Was
I
that
know it was Joe.
Joe?
Well,
Joe
I mean,
derailed the show in a photo
Adam
form?
Adam posted it in the chat. He's not listening to the
Langhilio.
show.
Langhilio, rolling in at
$300.
$300.
All right.
Okay, it's a good guess.
That's pretty good. That's a little bit more than I would guess, but yeah.
Right.
It was more than I guessed.
Goldie,
honestly.
we don't know. I'm assuming it's got to be a pretty good sized. It's wall hanging.
I'm gonna guess it's 18 by 24 because that's
It
like
is-
a small
it's
poster
gonna
size.
Be gigantic.
No, I don't think it's the size of a
No?
wall. I think it's 18 by 24. It's like the smallest size you can get that's still kind of considered a wall hanging.
Okay, so Goldie said $1,500. So $1,500 is a lot.
That's
a
a huge
shitload
number.
of money. So Goldie, if I were to tell you
You weren't even close.
that $1,500, I mean, if we were playing by Price is Right rules, you do win.
But that's because
yeah,
everybody else so under guessed.
We can put you on a payment plan with that.
Yeah.
Austin-
that's your down payment.
Yeah, $1,500 might be a down payment for this, and you're still going to have to make payments because by the end of it, you're going to spend $5,000 for a Chaunty canvas.
I just want to point out, I could hire some Somali pirates to kidnap Chaunty and have her physical body hanging on my wall for less than this picture.
Right.
That's insane.
I mean, this isn't a slam against Chaunty.
No,
it's just like I wonder.
She doesn't understand. The
Yeah,
value.
like I could get a naked photo of a lot of different women for much less than $5,000.
Right.
I just don't know what makes it so special.
Well, and here's the thing. So let me read further because there's some stipulations. You don't just pay $5,000 and get nude Chaunty up on your fucking wall.
You don't get rights to her naked body, which
Okay.
is what you'd think you'd get it for that
You
much.
you get the hanging the canvas for wall hanging is $5,000 per photo, but the purchaser must be willing to sign a non-disclosure act contract, so they will promise to not tell anyone publicly that they have the art of me.
Wait, so I can tell you privately?
Feel free to show friends discreetly, but just don't post or sell the image type thing.
See, it's almost cheaper for me to go to Kinko's.
Feel free to show people discreetly. So
Right.
It's cool.
So we could each
A
get into
private
the room.
Yeah, we can have a private viewing
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can invite all my friends over for Halloween
And with an unveiling.
and have an unveil it.
This is like we should do this.
Yeah, who's going to pay $5,000, Charles? Are you going to do that?
Well,
Well,
you
it
could
would-
charge per ticket for the
Yeah.
unveiling
Yeah.
and make your money back.
No, you can't because that would be public.
No,
yeah.
it's discreet.
No, you're selling tickets
Once
to
you
a
sell
private event.
tickets.
I'm not selling the tickets. I've invited
No,
my friends
you
for a
invited your
door fee.
friends, but there is a door fee.
Maybe.
It's like one of those balls that Roman went
Right.
to.
Honestly, I would rather go to Kinko's and have them print out on canvas a picture of J-Law from like the iPhone hack or something.
Oh.
I mean, that's a better deal.
Oh,
isn't it?
Goldie,
do
Goldie
that?
making an
Oh,
offer
so
right
it's-
now.
Yeah, yeah. So
How much
So
for
Goldie will do it for
naked
3K?
figures of Goldie?
Goldie's willing to drop $3K on this.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
That's true. Haggle it. Like a gypsy. You can negotiate on artwork.
it's pretty ridiculous though.
That's a massive number.
$5,000. And again, a photo of Chaunty. Well, what are you going to do with that? Like, I get her whole thing where she's trying to go for the art angle.
But that's
you
the
need
thing.
to kind of
It's
be
not-
known for that.
It's not even really an artistic shot. It was her against a white wall.
Right.
Like, and she's ghostly white as it is. Like, she doesn't have a lot of color in her
Right.
skin. Like, so
It's there's not much.
Well, color doesn't matter anymore.
I mean, the quality of the picture. I don't know how much she compressed that picture that she posted on Facebook, but the quality of the picture doesn't even look great. Like, nothing about it is worth.
yeah, it's just not
money.
like an artistic shot at all. Like, it's not
Right.
visually interesting. Which is like,
Langhelio said it's not even worth $5. I would pay $5 for it.
You would pay 50. You would pay 50
for the canvas.
I mean, just for I think to see just the full picture.
Not
I think
50.
I think you might.
No.
I think
I
if it
would
was
get people
50,
together
Yeah,
to chip
I would
in
say,
and get a
yeah,
50.
let's pool it together and like we each pitch in 20 or something. But
Like, if it was $5, I
Oh, of
would
course.
instantly buy it.
Of course.
If it was $10, I would instantly buy it. If from $0 to $30, I would instantly buy it. Outside of that, I'm going to say, hey guys, do you want to chip in past 75? Not worth it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Austin's right. You can get something from Suicide Girls for a lot cheaper
But
and
that's
better
just-
quality.
It's just because of what we have invested with this. That's it. So, anyway, that's that. That's what a little update in the Chaunty world. That's where we're at. I guess.
I mean,
she's,
if you have $5,000, she's selling it. It's
I would
available.
love to
Go
know
for
if
it.
she sells it.
I would love to know if she sells one of them.
Yeah, if she can sell one, that would be amazing.
I gotta bet like some of her super fans might do it. Like
That's a lot
like
of money,
Hottie Dog.
Joe.
I think he's gonna go for it.
No, that's
No, he
too
doesn't
much
have
money.
$5,000, dude.
Well, are you sure? He looks like a saver.
No, he looks like a hoarder.
He says
It's
that
very
he.
different.
He's always posting these selfies. Like I just got off work.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, it's great to get to go out to eat every once in a while," and he's at McDonald's.
Yeah, so that's how you know he's saving money. He's spending.
No, he works at Walmart. Like,
Yeah, and his outlet is like
Is-
going to high school football games.
Yeah,
that
that is-
costs no money.
okay, we're talking about somebody that nobody knows who we're talking
know.
about. The only people who are going to get this is Mike Moore from Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks, and that's it.
Well, I mean, they're not Chaunty super fans like we are.
You have to be. I mean, she's an amazing individual. And anyway, hey, Charles, Joe, you guys saw the Hateful Eight movie?
I did
Yes.
not. I did.
You called me liar.
Dave.
No, okay. So I did watch it, and I did call Charles a liar because he was a liar. There was no intermission
There was totally an intermission.
in that.
The screen
The
went
screener
blank.
that I saw, there
And
was
then-
no intermission.
Are you just talking about when it goes from chapter to chapter?
No,
Apparently-
it was also black in other places.
There was no other black scene. I watched
Are you
it
talking
all
about
the way
the
through.
Samuel L.
Times?
Jackson?
Yeah.
No, but there was also black.
Charles is like, it was
Hated-
black for a long time, so I decided to
Yeah,
make popcorn.
and I was like, I thought to
like,
myself,
when did this happen?
oh, this is totally where the intermission is. And then I got up.
I sat and watched it for 2 hours and 47 minutes straight. There was no pause at black for any amount of
I
time.
don't remember a pause at
Yeah.
all, except for chapter. The movie's cut up into chapters.
Yeah, so it does like it'll fade to black and say like chapter 2 or whatever. But there's no like extended black screen pause like for an intermission.
Well, I mean, it wasn't an extended one. It went to black for long enough that I was like, oh, this must be intermission. And then I paused it, and I got.
Were
up
you
and
watching it
was
off my
like,
Plex?
Yeah.
Maybe there was like a network traffic
Yeah,
issue.
it just had to load.
Yeah, seriously.
That does happen on occasion. I
Yeah.
will say that I'm watching something. And
You know
it's
what
just
I
like,
found out is that because my computer's on Wi-Fi at the moment, so like that's how I share it with you guys. If I use the microwave, it disrupts the Wi-Fi when it ends, and so then I have to restart Plex after that.
That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. So every time we know we're
Oh, it crashed. Joe used his microwave.
God damn it, Joe! Stop microwaving stuff. What'd you think of it? You thought it was a good movie, Charles?
Yes, it's a detective western, feel good summer blockbuster.
Some of those words make sense.
Yes. Some of those words.
It's definitely a detective.
Wasn't in the
western.
summer.
It wasn't a
not a feel good.
blockbuster. It wasn't a feel good.
I don't know what to tell
It
you.
wasn't a
It's-
detective.
It was a detective western.
There's no detectives in
Dude,
it.
he stood in front of a fireplace.
Literally,
and
there are
he
no detectives.
expounded
He is a bounty
the
hunter.
murder plot.
He's a bounty hunter.
Like,
So you think that it was just about Sherlock Holmes? Is that where you're going?
well,
for?
there was. It was a murder mystery, and he solved it.
It is a murder mystery aspect to it.
Yeah,
Sure.
and he solved it
very
standing
briefly,
in front of
he
a
didn't
fireplace.
solve it. He had no proof. They never confirmed it.
Well, I think they did confirm it.
No, he just started killing a guy.
So here's the deal, Joe. What were your thoughts?
very like technically it was like a good movie. Like it was proficient. I thought the story kind of gave up halfway through. Like I was a little bored at the beginning, but then like as it went on, like I was sort of getting into the story, and then like once like there's not a lot of violence in the beginning. In fact, there's almost none until about halfway through the movie. And then when the violence started happening, I felt like they kind of stopped what was interesting about the story, and then kind of just focused on the violence for a while.
You didn't like the Shyamalan type twist that was in the middle of the second chapter of the movie?
The second chapter of the movie?
I don't know. Was it third chapter? I don't.
There was 6 chapters of the movie, so I don't really know what was in each one. But
well, it was the M. Night Shyamalan sort of twist in the movie. And
yeah, the part where you find out that there are aliens.
They read the Lincoln letter at the end. It was great. It was the best.
The twist where you found out it wasn't from Lincoln?
No. The other twist. From the floor.
Dude,
the twist from the floor.
We've
I don't know what he's
fucking
talking about.
spoiled tons of shit.
Oh, yeah,
okay?
spoiler alert.
Yeah,
but they read the Lincoln letter at the end of the movie.
Yeah, how is that a twist?
What does this have to do
We
with your
already knew
opinion
that
on the
it was
movie?
fake.
No, we didn't know it was
Yes, we did.
You said it halfway through it was fake.
Oh, right, but they read the Lincoln letter at the end of the movie.
How is that a twist?
Charles,
it's not a twist, but it was the greatest
amazing.
closing scene
What
ever.
are you
They
talking
read the
about?
Lincoln, that suspenseful thing about the Lincoln letter, the entire movie.
They said
finally read the
halfway
Lincoln
through
letter.
halfway through the movie, that the letter was fake. Samuel L. Jackson gets up and is like, "Of course it's fake because it disarms you white guys."
Right, I remember that scene. But they read the Lincoln letter at the
It is
end of the
amazing to me how Charles has gotten this far in his life and this successful when he's just making these statements and just saying the things that
I'm
that he's
convinced you
saying right now.
didn't really pay attention during this movie.
Yeah, he
But
thinks
they
that
read the
he
Lincoln letter.
blacked out.
This is a great
There is a
Turned it into
blackout.
movie.
Charles blacked out at some point. It was like, "Oh, there's an intermission."
Yeah.
He checked back in later on in
And
the
this-
movie.
They read the Lincoln letter.
Yeah, of
Why
course
is
they
that a
did.
twist?
Why is that a big
It's
deal?
not a twist, but it's a big deal.
You
because-
said it was a twist.
No,
You
the-
said
the
it was an
twist
M. Night
was-
Shyamalan twist.
The M. Night Shyamalan twist is when he shoots through the floor, right? Because you don't expect that. Like, oh, shit.
Well, they
where the
cut
fuck
to
did he come
Channing
out of
Tatum
where?
fucking shooting through the floor.
Joe, did you hear Joe?
I know Joe just used some f-bombs.
Oh, I'm proud of you.
That was the M. Night Shyamalan twist. And then,
What,
When
there was
Joe
another
mixes
character
wine
there?
and
yeah,
Mai
hiding
Tais.
under the floorboards, ready with the shotgun the entire time.
I have to
The
say,
whole fucking movie, they were
I
shooting
was
people
waiting-
upstairs, and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna chill here for my moment." When I know it's like now's the time to shoot him, he's standing.
I was
right
waiting
over
all
here.
movie for him to show up because like, you see his name in the opening credits. You're like, and they're trapped in this cabin. You're like, when is fucking Channing Tatum showing up at?
That Mexican's
What
gonna
the-
take off his clothes, and it's gonna be him.
It's gonna be Channing Tatum.
I like this side of Joe.
Wait, but what's the
What?
angle?
I don't know. Maybe it's because he's wearing Bono glasses.
I'm wearing Bono glasses. I feel like Bono right now.
You can just say fuck now whenever you want to.
Well, that's what Bono does. He gives no shits.
What's happening?
Can I finish my
Hey
analysis?
Joe, can you tell us about the rest of the movie? Like another word that they say?
I can't. I forgot what the movie was about. I see. You interrupted, so I don't even know what I was talking about.
I don't think we need
but-
an analysis. Just
You were like, they're
you-
proficient, but you don't understand the bombshell that was the Lincoln letter at the end of the movie.
I don't. How is that a bombshell at the end of the movie? It's the
It
last
was
line of the movie.
Like, all right, in Pulp Fiction, they open the suitcase
I haven't
and
seen
you
it.
never know what's in it. In this one, they go on and on about the Lincoln letter and how it fools everyone, and it's like, oh, and Mama Lincoln
No,
is
no.
calling me off to bed, and he's like, oh,
After-
it gets me every time. And finally, you hear at the end of the movie the big reveal. They read the entire
Is it really
Lincoln
a reveal?
letter.
What is the reveal? The
That
letter?
They read the entire Lincoln
The
letter.
reveal is that you watched the entire 3-hour movie.
The letter was not even a big deal. They mentioned it
Okay,
once
can we
in the
get off
beginning.
the fucking letter?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
for
don't
Christ's
even get
sake. Would you get off the fucking letter,
Centerpiece
Charles?
of the movie.
Oh my
Not a
God.
centerpiece of
Saying
the movie. It was
centerpiece of the
not
movie.
So,
even-
here's the thing. I wanted to talk about the Tarantino now makes movies, and everybody gets all upset.
I will say, and I said this in our chat, I think that they overhyped how violent this movie was. I didn't think it was any more violent
It
than
was
any
less
of his,
violent
Yeah, I
than
feel
other
like
films.
it wasn't as violent as some of his other films. And people said that, like, in a lot of the reviews I read, that, like, he just gave up on the story, which I do agree with that part, but to just glorify all of this violence. And I felt like there's, 8 to 10, 14 characters maybe total. And yeah, all of them get killed, but like,
Oh, spoiler alert.
Jesus fuck.
Like how Dave's
on,
getting
man.
upset about it.
I know.
really
Well,
care.
they're
It's just like it's amazing that like
yes, they all get killed, but like it's no more violent than like any of his other movies, and like the violence is so spread out over an hour and a half that it's not like constant.
The shock value. So his other movies
Yeah.
have made you numb to the violence that was in this movie.
Well, that's what I almost think that he has to go for now. Like he's like, all right, well, I'm trying to one up what I did in the last movie because you're already expecting this from me.
So if
how can I make this
you
worse?
had seen this movie before Kill Bill, would it have been violent enough? Would you have been like, oh my god,
Probably,
this has
'cause
ultra violence in it? But
The
now after
time
Kill Bill, fuck it.
When
It's
I
like,
saw Kill Bill, I actually hadn't. That was my first Tarantino movie. I hadn't seen
weird.
Reservoir Dogs yet. And actually, that's probably
Dusk Till Dawn.
I haven't seen that.
Wow.
I did see Volume 1 and 2. I did enjoy Kill Bill 1, which is why I went to see Kill Bill 2.
Did you see Grindhouse?
No. Don't care. I don't care for like
Kurt Russell was in that.
Yeah, he was. Kurt Russell's great. In this movie, Kurt Russell is fucking fantastic.
I thought Kurt Russell, whoever played Daisy Demerol there, Rachel Lee Cook, that's who it was. Samuel L. Jackson,
the Hangman.
and the guy who played the sheriff. I thought those four guys were really good in this movie.
Yeah, the acting was great. I mean, Tarantino does a good job at finding really great actors and using them to their fullest potential.
Yeah.
I love the acting, honestly, in every film that he's put out. Some of them... I mean, I did enjoy Django. They do get his movies, I think, a little long-winded. Like, this didn't need to be 3 hours.
This movie was 3 hours, and like honestly, there's so much exposition and not a lot of action. It could have been a stage play. Like and it's in like one location basically for most of the movie.
And I don't have a problem bringing that to film. Like, at no point was I really bored with it. I was interested in the entire movie, but
did you feel like they needed the violence to keep your attention?
No.
Because after a certain point, once like before the violence started, I'm like, all right, well, they need to either move from this or go and do something.
Whenever the violence happened, I was just I mean, I was shocked when it happened. I was surprised, and it didn't carry my attention. It didn't keep my attention. I was still in it.
Was the first violent thing that happened was the Kurt Russell vomiting blood thing?
I guess major violent thing, yeah.
Was there something before that? Because it's just other than that, it's just.
Oh, he
punching.
shoots
He shoots the guy in the chair.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson gives this amazing speech.
Oh, all right, with the where he
makes that dude suck his dick.
Yeah.
Man, are you just saying that, or did that really happen?
No, that happens.
He
tells a
at
long.
this point, I really.
He tells a really long
know.
story about how there's this general that he fought in the war with because it's right after the Civil War.
I don't even think he fought in the war with
No,
them.
they were on
just,
opposite
like,
sides because
yeah,
the general
I know.
was the South.
No. But like, I think that was just bullshit too because he just wanted to shoot him.
No, I think they were genuine about that.
Doesn't matter. There was this old guy there, and Samuel L. Jackson was like, "Hey, I knew who your son was, and before I killed him, I made him suck my big black dick."
Yeah, basically he marches him through the snow for like 2 hours naked, and so the guy is just like, he's like, I'll give you a blanket, but you got to suck my dick. And then
That seems worth it.
the guy does it, and he's like, I didn't give him that blanket afterwards.
It was great. Amazing scene. Yeah. And then that guy, that was pretty. I mean, yeah. And then the Kurt Russell, the vomiting. It gets, and Tarantino is known for just insanely like.
I have to give it to him, like
Being weird.
Well, the violence just gets
Kurt
over the
Russell
top.
is a big get too, and like he's a really good actor, and you kill him
Compared to the other people in this movie, he's probably one of the smaller stars.
Well, they kill him like early in the second act. Like it's like he doesn't last through a lot.
Why-
of the movie.
why upset?
That's just, it's
Dave?
amazing that it doesn't add anything to the discussion just saying all these things.
No, I'm saying that.
But it doesn't matter that it's ruined, right?
Well,
It's
Dave knew
fun.
that we were ruining it.
It's
at this
fun. I
point.
did. It's
he
just-
had a lot of warning.
I understand that, but it doesn't add anything to the discussion to be like, oh, by the way, when they killed Kurt Russell.
But when you
we
throw up
already
your
told
arm,
you everyone in the movie dies. Spoiler
yeah.
alert. Like, it's
I'm
fine.
just saying that they
He's
kill
dead, too.
him early in the movie. Like it's not like early-ish in the movie. Like
Yeah,
granted,
so
it's
don't
still
get
like
attached. He's the first one to go.
granted, it's still like an hour and a half into the movie, but like there's still an hour and a half where you don't have Kurt Russell anymore. Is all I was trying to say. Like you have a great actor,
He's
and
not even that big of a get compared to the other actors in this movie.
but he's
Really?
great.
he's
awesome.
really good in this movie.
I mean, Kurt Russell isn't really that big of a... I mean, like, everybody knows his name, but...
Escape from New York and L.A.
I understand, but those were 25
Miracle?
years ago.
And they weren't even huge
Soldier?
blockbusters,
No,
right? When they
they
came
were
out?
kind of like the niche, just comical action
Right.
movie. They were making fun of the genre.
comedies.
So, what did you guys think about the the controversy that I heard surrounding this film in some areas was the violence against women?
I heard none of this controversy. So, like when you said there was, I was like, that surprised me. There's one woman in this
That
movie.
just makes me want to see it more.
And she deserves to get hit.
There's one woman in this movie. She is they say she's a murderer. She's probably one of the few
She's innocent.
characters that you
Innocent.
don't get any backstory on. They don't really go into what she did.
Oh, except when she's like, "Now I'm the leader of the gang," and like,
that's
well, fuck you,
okay,
and
Charles.
everybody.
That
The
is
spoiler alert.
I'm trying to tell you, like, yeah, that's at the end of the movie.
Yeah, so she deserved everything she got.
No, but they don't, like, everyone else, they kind of explore, and they take so much time. They explore what each person did, like what their backstory was, and they don't, for her in particular, you just kind of get that she was a murderer, which is basically what they said, and that she was part of a gang. And then later on in the movie, she does come out and confess that, yes, I am part of the gang, we're going to kill you, just don't kill me and you can be saved, etc.
Right.
When you said there was controversy about, like, hitting on women in this movie, like, that seemed out of place to me.
So what some of the stuff that I saw was the I guess the audience. If you look into feminists, I guess, that went to see this movie, and the audiences that were watching it, like people were cheering when the women were getting hit.
I don't know that would ever happen.
I don't know that. I mean, listen,
they would laugh. They might laugh because it's funny when somebody gets hit out of
There's-
context,
Right.
and when it's
A couple
there are a lot of
funny
times.
sort of, I guess it's meant to be funny, like killings in the movie, just the way that it's shot and the way that the person dies. But it's not like, I wouldn't say any of her stuff was hilarious.
Right, but
It's
I
just
mean,
like they punched her in the face a bunch in the beginning of the movie.
which can be hysterical.
yeah, kind
There
of
was- there was a
slapstick.
couple-
Yeah,
you know.
have you
Yeah.
ever seen the Three Stooges?
Because
That's a funny thing.
There is one scene where, like, Samuel L. Jackson literally punches her out of the carriage that they're riding in.
Right.
And she falls into the snow. That was pretty funny. And she drags Kurt Russell out because they're handcuffed together, and they just kind of roll around in the snow. Like,
Yeah, that's
that,
funny.
That was funny, yes. But, like,
Oh my god, it was so violent and disrespectful to women. Jeez.
Yeah, I just at this point.
Oh, there is some other women in the movie.
What?
Anchor is saying Six Horse Judy and the woman who played Minnie.
Dave, do you know why they call her Six Horse Judy?
Did she fuck six horses?
No, she could drive a carriage
with six horses.
That's the dumbest name.
Yeah. Well, no, because at the end, when like Daisy Demerol there, the bad girl, she was just like, "You can't drive this carriage with 4 horses," and like she was just making fun of him. For,
Wouldn't
like,
it be good to drive a carriage with less horses? Like
No,
the less horses you
apparently
need, the better, because then
less
you would only need
horses
less horses.
meant that the carriage wouldn't really move well, so you needed to be able to drive it with 6 horses.
Right, but I'm saying that the less horses that you need to drive the carriage would be better, because then you could actually move the carriage with
Yeah, but
less.
driving a 6-horse carriage is pretty tough.
Right, but it also seems extraordinarily unnecessary.
You know who I felt the worst for was the carriage driver. Like, he's just like the innocent dude who's just like hired to drive the carriage, and he gets stuck in this blizzard in the cabin with all of these like really bad guys, and he's just the first one to die.
I thought Kurt Russell was the first one to die.
Listen, they were all the first one
They
to
die
die.
at the same time.
No.
From the same thing.
Was it E. coli?
Yes.
Basically, yeah, it was from a bottle.
Here's the thing. I thought the movie was fine.
How is that the same thing?
Well, because it made him vomit blood.
Because did he get stabbed with it?
No, it made him vomit blood, and it was poison.
You like the movie?
That's the mystery. Don't give away the murder mystery, though.
Give away the murder.
Whether or not Joe liked it.
I didn't hate it. It wasn't as good as I was maybe expecting it to be. I enjoyed certain things about it.
Here's the thing. When you go see a Quentin Tarantino movie, don't expect anything. I think that's the rule of thumb here. Don't expect it to be amazing. Don't expect it to be awful. Just go
You should do
in.
that with every movie.
I kind of wished I had.
You should. You're right. And I actually kind of like that about Tarantino movies. Is that's my like, I don't have any expectations of it,
Right.
of what I'm going to see or what I'm not going to see. It's not like, all right, you're going to go see Transformers. I expect to see giant
Explosions.
robots, explosions, blah blah blah.
See,
I don't know what I'm going to get out of these films.
Right.
And I think that's why I enjoy, for the most part, almost every film that he's put out.
I don't really go for his kind of movies. I don't care about the violent
Yeah,
sort
because
of
they're meant for men.
aspect of it. I'm not into like horror grindhouse films, so like it just doesn't like. And
Joe did start menstruating this year.
That was
True.
that's always a component of his movies, and like so like I never really seek them out. I do watch them on occasion, So like this one, there were things I liked about it, and I do wish I had seen it in the theater because they had shot it like it was an old Western, like with 70 millimeter film. Like so, it would have been extremely widescreen. It would have looked pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, there were a lot of like good things I liked about it, but there were some things
Charles?
I didn't care about it.
I guess I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily watch it again, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, I'm not going to watch it again. Like, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way.
I really liked it. I'm gonna if it was on TBS, I'd sit down and I'd watch it again or whatever.
Here's the other thing: it's 3 hours long, and that's not like if you're going to watch on TBS and they include the commercials, it's like a 5-hour movie that you're going to be watching.
That's true.
So I'm not going to dedicate.
Plus, could you imagine the editing that they'll do?
Yeah, they would cut everything out.
I'm not going to dedicate like 3 hours
You
to
damn
watch this
chigger.
again.
What did Alexa think?
Alexa, what did you think of Hateful Eight?
I'm not sure what you meant by that question.
Will she read reviews?
Alexa, will you read a review of the Hateful Eight? I guess that's a no.
Fuck off, Joe.
This woman in your life, Joe, she's
I know.
already starting to become
She's rebelling
bitter.
against me, just like everybody else. Well, what did you think, man? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a fine movie, but it was fine. Like it was just fine. I didn't think it was amazing or, the best film ever. But
so it's not like you don't think it should be in contention for like Best Picture or anything this year.
No.
What did you?
Neither should Revenant. Like I saw Revenant as well, and it's again another fine movie. But
there's a couple movies that I enjoyed for actors. I thought they were good roles for the actors, but they weren't like great movies.
Dude, I watched that Concussion film.
Yeah.
And god damn, is that the beginning of that film so fucking annoying? And Will Smith's character.
Oh, with Mike O'Malley and just harassing him in the.
Will
morgue.
Smith just like this fucking Mr. Know-It-All, arrogant, like over the top, explaining everything that he does and all these degrees that he has, and it's just so forced. It's like, here we have this guy from Africa. It just seems so ham-fisted and shoved down your throat.
I felt like
we have a black lead character in this film about
I didn't feel that way at
NFL is the villain, and like I get it. I mean, I understand the story and I understand the importance of the disease and all that, but it just seemed a little fucking forced down your throat.
I felt like Will Smith in particular did a great job. I thought he
Best actor.
I think he's in contention for Best Actor. I just don't think like you said, the film I don't think was as well made as it could have been. Story-wise, I just felt like it
was awful.
Yeah, the story wasn't so great.
I don't care about any of these movies this year at all. I don't think none of them really jumped out at me like, hey, like you got to go see this movie.
I mean,
like,
I really enjoyed Creed. I don't know if anybody
Creed
else
is
has watched
probably
it.
the only one that I'm really interested to just see whenever.
I do want to see that. I'm trying to think of what else I watched Heart in the Sea.
What really drives me crazy
that any
about
good?
like the Revenant thing though that you mentioned is every time Leo does a movie, just let him win an Oscar.
Right.
He didn't talk more than like 10 words
I don't
in this
care.
entire movie.
I don't care. I
He
don't
is
know why
totally
people
up for
have
Best
this.
Actor, right? His entire thing was just like his presence in the movie and just grunting.
No, but it's just why do people have this weird campaign that they think Leo should win an Oscar? He's not that good of an actor. He's fine. He's
well,
fine.
in this movie,
There's a couple movies I really
no
enjoyed
dialogue.
in.
There's no dialogue. It's just him
Like,
acting.
There's a couple movies where he's a really good
pure.
actor. Like Catch Me If You Can, I think is
Yes,
probably one of his better films.
Well,
It is.
there's a lot of really good films.
He's done good movies, but
Right.
I don't know why people take it so personally that he hasn't won an award for acting.
You know, I saw a stupid
Just
meme.
because he's good actor in most of his movies doesn't mean he's the best actor that year for any particular one.
I saw a
and people
stupid-
think that's offensive.
I saw a stupid meme about that earlier today, and it was like, what if they make a movie about Leo DiCaprio not winning an Oscar, and the person playing Leo DiCaprio wins an Oscar? What if that happens, Dave?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know why people care if people get acting Oscars.
It became really cool to start liking Leo in the past 5 years?
Yeah.
No, I
ever
think
since,
it's Titanic.
No.
Because he
It was
fell
good to
off.
hate him.
He fell, and he was
When
like
did people
this.
hate him? After Titanic?
Yeah.
Every male ever hated him for a long time.
Yeah, but like women are the ones who really support these memes.
Yeah, but he didn't do a lot of like big hits after Titanic.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can, Aviator.
I know, but
Yeah.
then he fell off. Like he did a couple films, and then he you didn't really hear from
Shutter Island.
But those came like
Inception.
later
No,
on.
I know, but like that's when he really came
Inception
out.
is what picked him back up.
Yeah.
Like, and then we're like, oh, hey,
Yeah, we
this
realized
guy.
that he gained weight.
No,
and then
I
he
just
could be
feel
a real human, not just a little boy.
He is rich enough and he's done enough movies where I feel like he just decides to do one once every few years. You know.
But he's doing more movies now than he did in.
Well, what's the last movie he did before this?
This film?
Yeah, before The Revenant.
Was it the
Great
Wolf of-
Gatsby?
Great Gatsby.
The
That's
Wolf
been-
of Wall Street. Which
Wolf
one of
of Wall
those?
Street.
Wolf
Yeah.
of Wall
I don't know
Street.
which one was first out of those.
Gatsby was first.
Was it?
I feel like there's a.
I'm just saying those seem
couple
like
others.
a couple years apart, aren't they?
No. Like, wasn't Great Gatsby last year? Wolf of Wall Street was last.
So Revenant was 2015. Wolf of Wall Street was 2013. Gatsby was 2013. Django was 2012. J. Edgar 2011. So he does one every year. Inception 2010. Shutter Island 2010.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, the only one where he kind of really had a big. The longest break in here is 2 years. It's like 1998, 2000, 2002 to 2004, 2004 to 2006. Because after
Right,
the
but
88,
he's in big movies, and those usually
Yeah.
take a long time to film.
after the Aviator, it was The Departed, and then after Departed,
Oh,
was
right, The Departed. I forgot
was
about that
Blood
movie 'cause it
Diamond.
was really overrated. Blood
Then-
Diamond wasn't great either. It
then
was fine.
Body of Lies, then Revolutionary Road, then Shutter Island.
Shutter Island sucked.
I like
Inception.
Shutter Island.
Shutter Island was horrible.
It's not.
It was really bad.
I remember they promoted the shit out of it here because we're like it was filmed
Yeah, it was
somewhere in
filmed,
Massachusetts.
Mm.
You know, whatever, big
Like
deal.
Medfield or something.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
I think the concussion thing. I think it's like the hot kind of hip thing to rail against the NFL.
What if you have been for years? Damn it.
The
Well,
concussion movie was
No,
pure
I'm just-
Oscar bait.
It is, but I'm just saying, like the past couple years, the NFL has been so hateable with like
Sure, because they're terrible decisions.
they're making
Yeah.
bad decisions, and they've had such a bad light shown on them that it was so easy to do a film like Concussion and
It's
say,
really funny, though.
but you can't cancel Sunday Night Football. So
As the movie comes
we
out,
can't hate them too
no, but
much.
it's just funny to me that as the movie comes out, the NFL stopped funding a study at BU, which was looking into this very thing.
Hey, they can spend their money however
I
they want.
understand that, but it's just horrible timing for them.
Well, I read an article recently that was literally like, where will the NFL be in 50 years?
Oh,
and
gone.
People,
Out of business.
Yeah.
Well, they still think it'll be in business, but they feel like they'll start.
Flag football, everyone. Oh, you pulled off.
No, it'll
Don't
be more
touch,
like
don't contact.
Americans
football.
won't be playing in it. They'll be farming out players from like South America or Mexico or something. Like people were like, it's a bigger deal for them. Like, yeah, they'll risk their life because it saves their entire family from Brazil, and they can move their family to America. But
So
Americans
it's the new
will.
gladiator sport where they kill each other for our entertainment.
That is kind of what football is becoming more than other sports because of the concussion problem.
Yeah.
I mean, more than any other sport. I mean, boxing is the only one that has
Can we get the
worse
knives?
concussions.
And
Also,
boxing has
no.
the same sort of reputation
Yeah.
as football is going to get, because boxing used to be the American sport, like, and now it's seen as so violent that like not that many Americans really box anymore.
see, MMA is actually
It's
safer.
much safer because you get
than-
knocked out once
right.
instead of 12 times in a fight.
Right. Or, a billion times in a game.
Right, exactly. Because every time you take a hit to the helmet, you're probably getting knocked out in football for a split second, and those build up like crazy.
They call, what, micro
Yeah,
concussions?
concussions, yeah.
So you get like 300 micro concussions a game, okay, and then whereas in MMA you get one concussion,
right.
maybe
Because
a fight.
with the helmet, people tend to use their head as
Well,
a
that's the
battering
issue.
ram.
There's
That is
the
the problem,
Seahawks have
yeah.
been practicing without helmets for a couple years now, I think, and they've had the best defense.
Right.
I'm pretty sure for that
Well,
whole time.
what they say, I was listening to a podcast about that, and what they're like, well, when you've got the best safety gear on, you're going to be more reckless out
Right.
in the field. Like so,
Right.
like, if you they were saying race car drivers, okay, they tend to make since the safety gear has gotten so good, they tend to take more. I said safety car drivers,
Yeah.
race car
They're
drivers,
safety car drivers.
safety car drivers, but they have such good safety gear that they take more risks because it's like, I'm not going to get hurt if I crash. So if you have all this great gear on, well, I can hit a little bit harder because, I've got all this gear on protecting me. So they definitely go more and more. Like if you didn't have a helmet on, they wouldn't maybe hit as hard.
Well, and
because
also sport. I know that this is kind of elite, but sports centers to contribute to that too. When you have top 10 plays, where you have people getting more notoriety and fame, and better contracts because they make some diving tackle with their fucking head instead of just making a sensible tackle that actually is more efficient. then I mean, people are going to be stupid and reckless.
Right.
Well, there is also the trend now too that some players are retiring early, just so that they don't ruin themselves for the rest of their lives.
Well, some football players do that, but I mean, football players as a whole, the average span of their career is like 2 years anyway.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
football average career is very, very short because of injuries, and then linemen, they go through them like crazy because you can always find a bigger dude.
I mean, always find a bigger dude, right, Joe?
That's true. I don't know why you said that.
No, but really, I'm serious. They just
serious.
cycle through. They do. You watch the shitty sport.
I do watch it.
The concussion movie sort of paints the NFL as this really sort of psycho villain that doesn't care about players at all.
I hated like the one scene where he's like looking out his window at this mysterious car in the parking lot, and it's like we never went to anywhere that said that they were following him or like
he was getting so many death threats that they forced him to move across the country.
Well, the thing is maybe they were trying to draw because I don't obviously the NFL is not as bad as FIFA, but FIFA has been known to do similar things, so maybe they're trying to draw a parallel there.
I mean, I get that, yes, they're going to try to hide this, but like the way they sort of portrayed the NFL in the movie just made them seem almost cartoonishly evil.
I mean, come on. If you're
It
a
was
big
cartoonish.
multinational corporation and you could just like...
And he's the one guy that has found out the truth.
Send a car and park in his parking lot.
That's what it seemed like. It was like he's the one guy that's found our one weakness. The little tiny fucking trash chute in the Death Star that the guys are going to be able to fly in and blow it up.
To be fair, like if he didn't find it, somebody would have...
car in his driveway.
But somebody would have found it at some point because more and more players were coming out as
Would they?
insane and like...
I mean, it took a guy with so many degrees in order to discover this.
Yeah,
like,
but
I don't
they
think
shove that down your
eventually-
fucking throat.
He was
It
always
was
getting a new degree. It was ridiculous. No, but like it's always because he got these autopsies of players that just went insane and like ended up killing themselves. And like they wanted to bury it and just be like, well, that guy just was insane. Like he was just an insane person to begin with. And
That's
then,
why he played football, Joe.
well, no, but then
You
their
have to be
families would
insane
come
to
forward
play
and be like,
football.
he wasn't like this until just recently. And it's because all of that damage sort of
And
just
then they
built
Chris
up.
Benoit. Was Chris Benoit mentioned in the movie?
No.
That's too bad. Because his concussion story is one of my
I actually
favorites.
don't know. A lot of it
Did
was...
he kill his family and then shoot himself?
Yeah. He went crazy.
Joe, you worked way too hard at lining up this wrapping paper.
What do you mean?
Oh, I know. It's perfect, right?
The wrapping paper on the table is so perfectly done. Like it
Could be a little
annoys me.
tighter.
I did it for your enjoyment.
Yeah, but it didn't need to be this perfect. I don't know.
Sorry.
Like their hairs line up.
I know it's like her arm perfectly. Okay, never mind, guys. We're gonna go to break. When we come back, more to talk about. So hang in there.
This is Christian Nairn, better known as Hodor from Game of Thrones, and you're listening to the Lotus Cast.
Uncensored, unadulterated, unintelligible, sonic blasphemy, alcohol-fueled geek metal mayhem. Wednesday, 6/5 Central on Strange Label Radio. The most brutal 90 minutes on internet radio. Nothing is left sacred.
Well, I'm not a great man, am I? But I'm not your fucking lying. You like to complicate things to hold your head up.
It takes a lot to know a man. It takes a lot to understand. The warrior, the sage, the little boy enraged. It takes a lot to know a woman. A lot to understand what's humming. The honeybee, the sting, the little girl with wings. It takes a lot to give, to ask for help, another body. It takes a lot to know a man, a lot to know to understand. The Father and the Son, the hunter and the gun. It takes a lot to know a woman, a lot to comprehend what's coming. The mother and the child, the muse and the beguile. It takes a lot to give, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know and love what you live. It takes a lot to breathe, to touch, to feel the slow reveal of one another body. It takes a lot to give, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know and love what you live. It takes a lot to breathe, to touch, to feel the slow reveal of one another body. It takes a lot to live, to ask for help, to be yourself, to know and love what you live. It takes a lot to breathe, to touch, to feel the slow reveal of what another body needs.
No fear, no tears, die numb. Strangelabel.com.
Hey, this is Ash Ketchum, and you're listening to the Lotus Cast. Gotta catch 'em all.
Thanks, Ash Ketchum.
It's funny how clean that came out compared to like the what's his name from Batman.
That's true.
Do we still have that one?
I still have it. I actually have it queued up for the next break.
Oracle.
Oracle.
This is Batman.
Yeah.
Dude, you do that. You do that better than he did. Wait, can you play that one again? I was amazed at how bad he did Batman. Like, you're fucking Batman.
Hang on a second.
You're fucking Batman, and then you sound this bad?
Oracle, this is Batman. Have you heard of Lotus Cast? It's on the lotuscast.com.
Like, maybe if it wasn't, like, the music was a little quieter and the background noise was gone, it would sound a little bit better. It's just like...
Dave, do your Oracle again?
I don't like being put on the spot.
Yeah, he did it off the cuff.
Yeah, that's really weird because I just said Oracle.
See? Somehow a little better.
That's weird.
And it's just funny how, like, because we did them basically in the exact same spot, like, just like a year later, and like that one's just like messy and noisy, and Pokemon is, you know, nice and clean.
Pokemon sounds really good. I don't know. That's weird.
Charles, did you like all the gifts that you got from everybody? We didn't do it on the show.
Yes. What did I get?
Okay. All right, there it is.
Was there anything that you felt like, because last year, like, you didn't use the gift I gave you, which was the breakfast sandwich maker. Is there another gift that you felt like was not up to Charles's spec this
Yeah, I know,
year?
because exactly. That's what I was kind of leaning in toward. Were there any gifts that you got that were like, well, fuck this. This is going to sit there, and
this is going to sit with the gifts I got from my parents, like in a plastic bag at the corner.
Not that you guys gave me, so.
Okay, well, that's good news.
That is good. I got him a gift card to Wendy's, and I also got him a huge jug, like a spittoon-style jug of Kraken rum.
How much did you give him on the gift card?
$20.
Oh, that's good to know, because it wasn't on the gift card, and I was like, you know, I'm going to go to Wendy's and I'm going to hand over the gift card and they're going to be like, there's no money on this. And we're going to be like, God damn it.
There's $1. You can buy one thing on the dollar.
That would be really funny. You get a Junior Frosty.
Yeah, that'd be really good, actually. Yeah, I wish you did that.
But then he couldn't. He wouldn't even be able to get that because tax.
He can add bacon to another sandwich.
Yeah, $20. $20 is on the gift card.
Right,
Wait,
well,
besides Matt and I, did anybody else give you a gift?
It says like it's 2 Wendy's nights.
No, Roman did. Don't you remember?
Oh, it's good. It's
Oh,
good.
what did Roman give you?
2 dinners. It's 2 delicious dinners.
Oh, Roman.
Last
What did
week.
Roman get you?
Tequila margarita mix.
Wait, he gave you margarita
He
mix?
just had bullshit in
No,
his
no,
car.
it's-
He literally just took
I know.
stuff out of his car and gave it to us.
It was mixed. It wasn't even
It
alcohol.
was it was 8% alcohol.
Oh, okay.
It was a pre-margarita.
I was the only one that he didn't get alcohol for.
No, I got Roman candles.
Well, he gave me a bottle of wine.
He gave me Roman's candle.
His candle.
He just had fireworks in his trunk. He's like, this is for Dave.
Here. Because, like I said, he didn't know that he was doing
If
this.
you recall last year,
Why does he have alcohol in his car? Maybe that's a stupid question. I don't know.
why does Roman do anything? If you recall last year, Joe bought Charles the breakfast sandwich maker.
Yeah.
And I
He got
remember
shit
making
for
fun
it
of
all year.
I remember making fun of Joe because I was like, dude, he's never.
Not once.
Charles, have you ever taken it out of the box and used it?
He took it out of the box.
I did take it out of the box.
Yeah.
And it's sitting on top of my microwave, just in case it's like a kitchen appliance that I might use, but I use the microwave more than, well, all of the other kitchen appliances. So it's there, but I've never used it or plugged it in.
Ever once.
My heart was in the right place because I know that Charles loves breakfast sandwiches. I mean, who doesn't?
I get that your heart's in the right place.
And
but
I knew,
you have to know that Charles doesn't exert.
I know that Charles doesn't exert a lot of, like, he doesn't cook at home, but I know he does sometimes.
When was the last time you cooked at home? This past year. Have you cooked at home this past year?
Have you lit your stove in the
I would say in the past year you've probably not cooked at home at all. Probably.
Let me. What is cooking exactly?
I know, because he's going to say like he'll microwave
No,
something.
but he literally.
Let's assume fresh ingredients.
He literally texted me once. I made a bunch of chicken parm. Like he had breaded chicken,
Oh, yeah,
and he
I
made
did
so much of it.
When was that? I feel like that was like 4 years ago.
That's a long
It might have been a
time
long time ago.
ago.
I just that
It was
stuck
so
in my
much work,
mind.
and like I had so many dirty dishes. And
That was the
you
last
can't-
time Charles
You
cooked.
can't just make a little bit of it because, like, well, I bought the fucking chicken packet. You can't open a chicken packet and then put it back in the like,
You
or you
can.
freeze it.
Yeah, it's not like
It's
you can
good.
wrap it
You
or
can't.
something.
No, or
Put it-
separate. This
It
is what
goes
I do.
bad. It's go
You
bad.
buy the 8 chicken breasts, and then like when you get
put
it
it in
home
the
from the
freezer
store.
and
No,
it's
no.
no good.
When you
Or
get it
buy
home,
less than 8 chicken breasts.
well, no, you buy the 8, you bring it home from the store, you separate it immediately into little sandwich bags, so each one's a different chicken breast, and then you freeze all 8 bags, and then you just pull them out individually when you want to make them.
Or you don't buy 8.
or you don't.
But
buy
it's
it.
better. It's a deal to buy 8 because it's
Okay,
cheaper.
so you're saving 40 cents.
No, you're saving probably like $4.40.
So what's funny is that
It's too much work.
we
And
found
I had so
this
much
breakfast sandwich maker. Pretty bad review.
By Joe's Hero.
It was a sabotage.
Who's this guy?
Alton Brown.
I do love Alton Brown.
I don't know who is he.
He's Food Network star.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
He
this
was
is
the host
somebody
of
that
the American Iron Chef.
This is somebody that Joe admires a lot.
Well, not host, but yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Very much.
I do enjoy
You
Alton
learn
Brown.
how to cook from this.
It
man.
does always make me happy when we can like break Joe's spirit just a little bit.
When I saw this, because I saw this video a week ago maybe, and I was
That
like,
is
this is
my
perfect.
I own a bunch of
sandwich
Alton Brown cookbooks, and he.
You watched him on the Food Network.
I watch him on the Food
religiously?
Network.
The thing is, too,
You made
is
his
Joe doesn't
recipes?
cook that often either. But when
Not
he
anymore.
cooks, he cooks the same thing over and over,
No, I
over
don't.
again.
Well, not-
Burritos.
maybe for you.
I mean,
Well, why didn't
when
you
was the last?
experiment with us,
Yeah.
then?
Well, I don't cook anymore because
I would love it if
Lotus,
you
but
experimented with us, Joe.
I used to when we were at the other locations, not here though, because we go to the Lotus.
That's true.
No, I think we had burritos and like spaghetti, like all the time.
Well, that was
did have
different.
With burgers.
At Kevin and Tanya's house. Like
Yeah.
I just didn't have the same sort of prep I had at the.
All right,
Franklin
go
or
ahead.
whatever.
Let's watch this review of the breakfast.
This, ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know, is the Hamilton Beach 25478 breakfast sandwich maker with timer. I saw this on a Food Network program and
Pause.
thought it was brilliant. Tried it at home
Pause.
and hated it. Will be regifted to a college.
Where'd you find it, Joe? Where'd you first hear about it?
I don't remember. I remember hearing about it.
It's funny
and-
because earlier you
No,
said
no, I did. I saw. I was getting to that. I remember seeing it on Paula Deen's program, or maybe it was a
On a
commercial for
certain
it.
Food Network
But
show.
probably on the Food Network. But I remember hearing about it before then.
Uh-huh.
Like I just remember seeing her do it and then like trying to keep it in mind later for somebody.
But she used donuts.
Wait, hold on. You saw it, and then you decided, I got to keep this in mind later?
Well, I wasn't going to get it. I make my own breakfast sandwiches from scratch. I don't use a maker.
But you had to keep it in mind for somebody?
Well, because I knew, like, there are people who don't really cook, and, like, that's a sort of quick way to make a breakfast sandwich.
So weird. Like, it's funny that you didn't think of somebody, like, right off the bat. You just said, oh, I have to remember this gift. So that when it's gift time,
it's like a gift
I can
idea.
gift it.
He probably bought it for himself and had it. And it's like, oh,
no, I didn't.
Ah, damn it, I forgot to get Charles something.
Well, no, because
Here you go.
I wouldn't buy this for myself because I do make things from scratch, and as I was discussing with Charles yesterday, like apparently 5 minutes of effort in the kitchen is too much for Charles.
Oh yeah, I think we've already established that
I can put
over and over
the
again.
microwave meal in the microwave and
For
say
5
8
minutes.
and then walk away and come back and it's done.
Right.
Like, what?
But like I was describing that I make tacos for myself for dinner, and literally like the hardest part is cooking the refried beans on the stove, which take 5 minutes. And then I was like, then I have instant tacos, and Charles was like, that's a lot of work.
All right, go ahead.
First off, I don't understand why you would give something that's horrible to a college student. They already have enough troubles with all those student loans. But what's more important is that the Food Network TV show you saw this on is called Cutthroat Kitchen. It was given as a sabotage. That means a bad thing. And this is pretty much the worst thing that I've ever seen in my life. I'm not here to defend it, but here's the thing. You were stupid enough to just use it because you saw it on television.
Pause it.
Fail. I want to bring in the revolution.
Did you buy this to sabotage Charles?
No, because when I gave it to Charles, Cutthroat Kitchen wasn't on the channel yet.
Did you? I think that you bought this
to
as ruin
I
his
just
life.
described, it was not on the channel yet. Cutthroat Kitchen.
It's a good thing I never used it.
Yeah,
because
apparently
could
it's gonna
be
sabotage.
a whole lot worse.
Well, he didn't explain why it was bad. He just said this is bad.
Joe, can you be entirely honest and tell us how much your heart broke when you found out that Alton Brown hates something you bought?
I know that Alton Brown would use it because he doesn't like unitaskers.
Yes.
So
that's not my question, Joe.
I know, but I didn't buy it for myself personally. Like for my
'Cause
kitchen.
he didn't buy it for himself.
Right.
He wasn't selling out.
No, but like if I
wasn't selling out.
gave Charles something that was for like
Why
to,
would
to
you
cook
give
your own
me
meal.
something horrible? That's what Elton is asking you. Why
True.
would you give me something
he
horrible?
just released this video. I gave you that
Hashtag
over a
fail.
year ago.
So, I mean, we all knew.
Yeah.
You didn't know.
We knew then.
Yeah, we knew you were trying to sabotage his
No, you
life.
didn't.
We knew
Were
that it
you
was
jealous
useless then.
that Charles was on the fast track to becoming a millionaire?
Yeah.
And you were just left in the dust?
I thought it would have been a good gift for Charles.
Tried to trip me up with the egg sandwich.
Charles, I would be careful about using it because the plates might be lined with arsenic or something. 'Cause,
That's
who
not.
knows about what
that
Joe's
was not
do now.
in this video. He didn't even say why it was a bad thing. He just like, no, this is dumb. And I know that he doesn't like unitaskers, which is why I wouldn't have gotten
Stop saying unitaskers.
Why?
Please stop
it.
saying
He only
unitaskers.
likes one unitasker, and
Stop saying unitasker.
and it's
replace it
a
with leotard.
fire extinguisher. That's the only one he allows in his kitchen.
God, I hate you
It
so
doesn't
much.
really do.
All right, so
You want to keep watching this?
I
part?
do want to. Okay, so there's a device that we found right after this called the Rolly, and I'd never heard of this before
Because you just saw it.
Yes,
That's why
Okay,
you'd
that's
never
why
heard
I'd never
of
heard of it before.
Obviously, Joe.
So we were like, Dave was showing us this video of this fucking the guy making fun of Joe's sandwich maker, and then
Alton Brown.
and then this
Alton.
That's what I said. Alton Brown.
No, Alton.
That's Alton.
Al. No, he's clear. He's very clear about that, Joe. You should
Is
know.
he?
You are in love with him.
I'm not in love with him, but I think he's a great shot. Or whatever.
So anyway, he goes on to this next device that is the worst device, I guess, of 2015, called the Rolly, which is an egg cooker.
Yep.
Now, how would you describe what this thing looks like?
it looks like a coffee cup, like one of those like
It does look like a thermos.
Starbucks like coffee cup that you'd buy there for like $15.
A thermos or Mandingo's fleshlight.
Yes, it does kind of look like a fleshlight.
Specifically for it's massive, so it would be for Mandingo.
I encourage everybody right now.
If you can.
Oh, is it not working?
I don't know.
Go
Give
to
it a shot.
LotusCast.com.
watch us.
Yeah. Click watch live.
Revolutionary Rolly because it invents an entirely new category of food. Its sweet spot, eggs. Observe.
So you just crack the egg, and then you pour the contents into the top of the rollie.
And in a few moments, a beautiful, succulent tube of egg will rise out of the rollie. Come on, rollie, you can do it. I know you can.
Apparently it takes a long time. Like, if you throw an egg on a skillet, how long? How long to
Some
cook
things
it?
are worth
Like
Couple
a
minutes.
minute and a half, 2 minutes, yeah. Depends
Couple
on
minutes.
how hot you are, yeah.
We're 9 minutes.
Depends what you do with the egg.
It takes him like 12 minutes to cook this fucking egg.
You'll notice that the rollie has a studded grip collar on the outside. That's for safer handling.
Should take off autofocus on this camera.
17 minutes.
It's happening.
17 minutes,
Yeah, baby.
and then 2 eggs
Come
are
on,
cooked.
rollie.
Oh, God.
That doesn't look like eggs are being cooked, man.
You didn't even know you wanted something like that, did you? You know, at breakfast with the family around the table.
It's just a tube of egg comes out the top of it.
It looks like a turd.
Because you people are staring
it's
at
your
them. Quit
turd.
looking. It's hard to do this.
It does
when
look like
when you're
Charles's
not-
dick with
you
his
know,
little
when
sleeve
you're-
at the end of it.
You guys, it's not a friendly environment for this kind of thing.
All right. One thing it looks like a banana.
Well,
He just
now,
pulled
I
out a
have to say that
banana.
there have been some negative reviews, and I just want to read one that I think sums up the real hurtful things that are being said about rolling. This one guy wrote, "It worked only one time, then stopped forever. Never work again. I think it is very sensitive." Well, wouldn't you be? You're expected to perform like this in front of people over and over again at
All
the
right.
breakfast table? Of course you're going to be sensitive. Come on,
Dude, that thing is
America.
disgusting.
Oh, yes.
Who would eat something like that? Like, you cut it up.
I would eat it.
Really
You would eat it?
I would
What
try
do
it.
hungry. You-
All right, we need to get a roll.
Anyway.
It's probably really
How much
bad.
is a
Alton
rollie?
Brown for Daily Dot. I hope you.
We need to know how much. Can you
know.
turn this off? How much does a rollie cost? We need to know how much a rollie costs because we need to make some eggs in the rollie and eat
Well,
it.
I mean, it just you should season it or do something to it. I mean, who just wants to eat egg?
A tube of egg?
Yeah, just tube of egg. I mean, at least salt and pepper
It
inside
is
there. or something.
$24.06 on Amazon. right
Oh,
now.
it's not too bad. Buy that bitch.
I'm not buying it.
Come on.
It actually has 3.5 stars.
Can we read a couple of reviews for ourselves? Because I mean, obviously that one was.
You know what I want to do? I want to see the commercial. I want to see the commercial for the rollie. There's got to be an ad that they play at like 3 in the morning.
There isn't one, actually. We just Googled.
Joe, you haven't ever Googled anything.
I know.
I just Googled the rollie price on Amazon.
But you can Google the commercial.
There's got to be a commercial that plays at
Where
like
you tried to
3 in
set it up that, oh, wait, I have the commercial right here.
Yeah, well.
It's so
It was
transparent.
It's great showmanship there, Joe.
Rude in the show.
I'm waiting for
Jesus
David to put it up
fucking
on screen, but
Christ.
he's not.
Why are you the worst person ever?
Are you saying that it's Dave? Or
Nope. Directly right over the computer screens.
Hey, look, we got a listener who got the link before you could.
No, it's right here. I have it ready to play.
Making eggs makes a mess. They stick to the pan. They flop when you flip, and the yolks always
Stop
drip.
that.
And after you
Stop it.
God, I mean,
Turn
this
it-
is me. It's
get-
so difficult
get rid of
to
it.
make eggs.
We
That's
can't
why
do
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Why?
Have you seen Murder Makers?
What is that?
No, I haven't. No interest in seeing it.
It's on. You're not going to watch it?
I might, but I just don't really care.
Do
about
you
it.
watch anything like this?
Spoiler alert.
Dave doesn't watch
No,
anything
not
new
really.
ever. He
I
watches the
don't
same stuff
care about
over
new
and
stuff
over.
anymore. I just
Yeah.
don't.
Did you watch the Paradise Lost stuff ever? Like when it was on?
No.
Stuff about the Memphis 3?
No.
No.
Oh, I've seen the Memphis 3.
Yeah. Are you not going to watch Murder Makers?
Probably not. Seems like it's a documentary.
You don't like documentaries?
Not really.
Not as a TV show.
I don't want to watch a.
Wait. Well, I mean, what do you mean not as a TV
Like,
show?
I want it to be a concise, like, hour-long thing.
This is like a 10-hour long.
It is long.
10-hour. It's a 10-hour documentary.
That's a long time.
I don't care about these people that have to watch.
It
for
is a
10
concise
hours.
thing, Dave. It was 700 hours of court footage that they distilled down into 10-hour documentaries.
Okay, but most of that is, like, fucking Joe Pesci yelling at people, I'm sure.
I mean, it's not My Cousin Vinny.
They couldn't have dramatized this into like I'll see the
No, they
the
did
Lifetime
dramatize it.
movie.
I can
The
watch-
Lifetime?
I'm sure that half the cases on those true TV shows are just as long that they get through in a 2-minute segment.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a full series.
Yeah, so I mean, I saw the hype. Everybody was Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks talked about it. Said, "Oh my god, like people, you guys got to go check this out." and I started watching it, and I mean, I immediately was sucked in because you told this story about this guy who was charged with raping this woman. He does 18 years in prison, and then he's eventually...
Well, how many did she do, or was she killed?
Raping a woman?
Well, I mean, was she like honor killed or something?
No.
Yeah,
she was fine.
They didn't honor kill her?
No.
Wow.
No, she
That's amazing.
got raped by a guy which I guess kind of looked like Stephen Avery, the subject of the documentary.
It's too bad that we weren't in Saudi Arabia or something.
But it was like 1985, so they didn't have any like DNA evidence or anything like that. They collected samples of her pubes, and that was that. Then they arrested Stephen Avery for this crime. And they put him in jail for 18 years. And there was some like sort of shady stuff where like, okay, it's like 1998 and like DNA testing is a thing now. So they tested some of the hair and like, oh wait, it's not Stephen Avery. It's this other dude who kind of looks like Stephen Avery. But then they sat on that evidence for like 8 more years.
Yeah, they didn't say anything. Like, there's a lot of shitty police work, and they kept him in prison, and then finally he gets out. They're like, all right, so then he starts to sue the state of, was it Wisconsin?
Yeah.
He starts to sue the state of Wisconsin for what is going to be a very large sum of money. Like,
I think it was like $36
well,
million.
they were like, hey, we'll give you $27,000 for the whole thing for 18 years. Yeah. And they were like, no,
That's
maybe
not even
like
close to just restitution.
Yeah, they're like $27,000 a year, maybe, and eventually they landed at like what 430, 450,
400,000, I think, is what the final one. And it was bizarre because the insurance the county has didn't cover the civil case because of the way like the cops had messed up the evidence so much.
Right.
So like it would have been that the
bankrupted
the county would have had to pay it out of pocket. It would have bankrupted the police force. It would have charged the actual cops themselves. They would have had to pay into it, and they were like 2 or 3 days away from actually like being
retired.
Yeah, from retiring the whole thing. When
it's funny, right?
All of a sudden, like there's a murder that happens,
Getting too
and
old for this shit.
there's an investigation, and who's the only suspect? Stephen Avery.
Stephen Avery. So they end up having this entire new court case surrounded by this guy, and it's all just fucking like wackadoo theories and accusations and this evidence like that's just, as you're watching it, you get angry. You're so mad.
And not only that, like because of the actual like trial and everything, he has to forfeit his whole civil case, his $36 million,
Right.
and he has to settle for like the $400,000 they offered him,
Right.
just to be able to afford his lawyers and to actually like have a defense for this current trial.
Right.
Like, and so by taking the $400,000, like the state was like, okay, we wash our hands of this. Like, we're not liable. We're not guilty for anything. That's what you're agreeing to. You're taking the $400,000. It's like, well, I have to pay my lawyer.
To pay the lawyer for the new case that he's going into. And I mean, they get his nephew, his fucking his retarded nephew.
Like
Okay.
actual
He basically kind of lives on a compound, so he has his
Yeah.
own house, but then like 100 feet away, like is his sister's house, where his like he has
mobile
a couple
homes,
nephews. Yeah,
you know.
So it's like assisted living.
Yeah, essentially, they live on a salvage yard.
Yeah.
Like their family owns the salvage yard. That's their business.
And the kid is definitely like, what was his IQ? They said his IQ was.
He has like a verbal IQ of 69 and like a reading IQ of like 73 or something. So
and he's just. He's not there.
That's a retard.
And
That's what a retard is.
They walk him. The detectives basically, like you could sit there, like, what happened that night? What happened that night?
did they explain why they even brought him in for questioning to begin with?
Where's my G.I. Joe?
I think because there were witnesses that said, oh well, he went over for the fire and stuff.
But there were other people at the fire. Why was he the only one that was like?
No, I think it was just him, right?
No, I thought him and like his friend and some other people there. I don't know.
No, listen.
Well, it would be weird if he was the only one at the fire with his uncle, right?
No.
You never been at a fire by yourself with your uncle?
No.
Wow.
So that's why it's weird for me, anyway.
Well, Joe's only experience at fires are the four of us just yelling at each other.
I guess so.
Until 4 a.m. But like they put the words into his mouth. Like hey, what did you see? What did you see him do? Like I don't know. I didn't see him do anything. They're like, no, what'd you see him do with the head? And like eventually they talk him into saying,
well, they get frustrated themselves because he's not giving anything. He's like, I don't know. And then they're like, there's a break where like one of the investigators just like, so you murdered her, right? And then he's like, you hit her over the head while she was tied up in a bed. And he's like, yeah. And then they just start feeding him the whole scenario, and he's like, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And then by the end of it, the kid is so confused. He doesn't realize that he's confessed for a crime, and he's just like, are we almost done?
Yeah.
I have a project due in my
It's like,
sixth period class.
I need to get back to school.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're probably not going to make it for that. And he's like, oh,
yeah.
And it just turns into this whole ridiculous thing. And then there's...
Did he look like an oaf?
They question the kid.
Really?
He doesn't have a lawyer. And then when he finally, so he makes his confession without a lawyer. And then when he finally does get a lawyer, his lawyer allows him to be interrogated again by himself instead of being present in the room. And then the lawyer doesn't understand later on, like, why he's being like the judge finally removes him as his lawyer. And he's like, well, I guess it was a bad idea to let him be interrogated by the police again.
Insane. It was just the whole case. As you watch it, you're just like, this is insanity. Like, none of this makes sense. And by the end of it now, like I'm sure everybody sees on Facebook, Stephen Avery is innocent and blah, blah, blah. I don't think there's not enough evidence to say that he's guilty.
Everything was very circumstantial.
But I'm also not going to say that he's
innocent.
Did you sign the change.org petition?
That petition is meaningless because yes, if they get over 100,000 signatures, it requires.
You're describing petitions, Joe.
Well, yeah, no, it requires a response from.
And the response could be pardoned.
No, it can't be because the president can only pardon you from a federal crime.
Right, it does have to be federal.
Like this is a state crime. Like so, the president can't do anything. And you're just like, okay. Here's my response. I'm only on episode 3. Thanks for spoiling it. Like that's his response because he can't do anything. The only person who can pardon him
good if they did that.
is the Wisconsin governor. Like he can't do anything.
He's not going to do that.
Wait, really? You can the president can't pardon you for anything anywhere? Oh.
Only if you committed a federal crime. And
that's kind of stupid.
The state of Wisconsin is the one that was charging him with it, not the United States. No. So the president can't do anything. So
one thing that really bothered me about the whole series was, I think, in the 9th or 10th episode, that Ken Kratz, the prosecuting attorney, they try to really make him seem like a scumbag by showing out some sexting, like text and stuff
how dare you?
I know, it's just why this has nothing to do
because also it's years later. It's not even like during the trial, or like before the trial. It's years later.
It's when any of those other people just try to bring up something that has nothing to do with their job or anything. Like let's just make this person seem like a piece of shit. And realistically, all it looks like to me was the guy had some fetishes, and he was living out those fetishes with a girl, and the girl was willing to do it because she's getting paid, and then she wants a bigger payday by releasing this to the press. Like, why include that? It honestly made me think. Like when they started playing that, I was like, oh no! Why? Why would you have to stoop this low? Like you already did a really good job at making them seem stupid and incompetent this entire time. Like you're trying to put the cherry on top, but it's not working. This is like there's no reason to do this.
I mean, the documentary itself is very one-sided. They want you to sort of they try to present it as like, oh, here's all the facts, and we've given you all the key pieces of evidence. You should make your own decision. But it's very no, he's innocent. Like that's the way it comes off.
Yeah,
and the way
they're
people
really forcing that down your throat. Yeah. That he's there's no way he could have done this.
And the way people react to it, like, is so like, oh, of course he's innocent. Like we can't. There's no possibility he could have ever done this. But the truth is, I mean, he's a hunter, and he had the
rifles.
He had the ability to do it. He was sort of in the right place at the right time.
There's opportunity and motive. Whoa.
So like it's not 100% yes he's innocent. Like there is some reasonable doubt that he could have done it.
Right.
So
it was like the first season of Serial. Like Adnan, when you look at all the evidence, all right, you cannot convict this guy because you are not 100% convinced.
Yeah. There's no way he should be in prison because there's no 100%.
No, I
again, can't prove it.
There's a lot of stuff there. Like he was in the a lot of bad places,
Yeah.
a lot of wrong places at the wrong time.
They tracked his cell phone. He was in like a bad place where
Right.
he shouldn't have been at the time of the murder. Like,
But it's like we still can't say for sure beyond a reasonable doubt that they were guilty. So they shouldn't be in prison. Same time, I'm not going to sit here and say that the person's innocent because they didn't have enough evidence on it either, So
I mean, yeah, some things are fishy. Like the whole story, like the whole reason the nephew is in jail is because he said that he and his uncle tied up the girl, raped her in his bedroom, Stephen Avery's bedroom, then slashed her throat, and she was handcuffed the whole time. But there's like no blood anywhere in the bedroom at all, and like the only bit of blood they have is in her car itself, and there's some question as to whether that even came from him or it came from like the state evidence locker where they had a vial of Stephen Avery's blood. So like there's really like a whole, like the whole point of the kid being arrested doesn't make any sense. Like his story just has so many holes, and I don't even know why. Like he's spending life in prison. He's eligible for parole in like 2048. Like it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to sound too insensitive, but maybe somebody that's that retarded should be somewhere where somebody else will be taking care of them.
It's funny. I think I forget when I brought up the fact that like we should sterilize these people.
I have no problem with eugenics.
I felt really.
Michelle got so mad at me. She was like, "That's such a terrible thing to say."
No, but I'm serious though.
No,
I mean,
I get it. I honestly, I mean, I to a degree kind of agree with you, but it's just so
obviously
insensitive.
We can't do it. Obviously, we're not going to do it, and we shouldn't do it. But it's not the worst thing for somebody like that to be somewhere that everybody else will be taking care of him in.
Right.
I felt really bad because it's somewhere early in the series, like episode 4 or 5. Like the kid calls home to his mom, and you hear the phone conversation. And he's like, "They're saying that my story is inconsistent. What does inconsistent mean?"
Yeah, and she
then the
didn't
mom
know?
didn't know either, and she's like, "I don't know." And they're like, "Well, that's what they're saying."
That's horribly sad.
It was, dude. It was depressing. The state of where their minds are, and just the way they live their lives.
Well, did you see the articles that are coming out now? Like, I was a juror, and they were saying like the jurors were forced by there were some people who like really wanted to vote him guilty like right out of the gate, and there are a lot of people in the jury that weren't sure. They felt like they were forced, like threatened. So like if they didn't vote guilty, they would be attacked outside of the courtroom. Like, I don't know if it's just because it's so popular now and they feel guilty about it or what, but all of these stories start coming out. Or like Ken Krantz, who's like, "Oh yeah, they never contacted me to be in the documentary, but I feel like they probably contacted you. You just didn't want to be in it."
Right.
And now you're going to try to like spin the story your way. Like, here's all the evidence they didn't put in the thing.
What do you want?
I'm just testing. I'm looking at something to see the delay.
Jesus. Just fucking fingering the sky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I recommend if you haven't seen it, it is an interesting watch.
I think if you do watch it, I wouldn't binge watch it. There's, I feel like it's almost something that you should watch once every other week or something, or once a week even, just because some of it's kind of repetitive.
It's
so
hard to hold your interest through
10 hours of documentary. Yeah.
If you're not a documentary fan too, like after 1 hour, you kind of, the end of the episode, you kind of feel like, oh,
Can you just watch the last episode and like get a good summary going?
I doubt it. I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that happens in
I
the
would
trial.
be very willing to watch this if it was a concise, just 1 hour piece, and that's fine. I'd
Well,
be
the
very
first
willing.
hour is sort of compelling because you feel like, how does this murder even happen? Because it's called Making a Murder, and there's nothing about a murder until like the last minute of the show. You find out there's a murder.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, but like you end each episode kind of like, and this is the way they've made the series, like where you're supposed to feel like angry that he's all the injustice, like look how terrible this justice system or how it failed him, and you're supposed to feel angry at the end of the episode, and you do kind of feel that way, like this is dumb, like that kid just got railroaded, and you're so upset about it. But then you go to watch the next episode, and there's like the first part of it's kind of repeat of what you just watched. So that's
You just see him in the prison yard banging ants with a rock.
They have a lot of access. I mean, you hear all of the phone conversations, you get all of the interviews with their family members. You see a lot of trial footage, all of the reporters. They were filming while reporters were asking.
I don't know.
them
The last time you
questions.
guys told me to watch a documentary, it was that shitty Kurt Cobain one. And that was horrible.
Yeah, but at least that was
So-
only like an hour and a half. And you were
Right,
done.
I understand, but it was so bad that I don't know.
I don't know. If you like crime stories, you probably didn't listen to Serial, right?
No.
If you
No
liked
interest
crime
in that.
stories, you'd probably be interested in it. If you watched anything like Dateline or 48 Hours or something like,
What if you watch The West Wing?
I don't know. I didn't see
The West Wing's a TV show, not a documentary.
Right.
And it's not about crime. So I guess if you watched a crime TV show.
No, I hate those.
Oh,
I mean,
Law
a
and
lot
Order?
of.
What about Law and Order? If I watch Law and Order,
You might, because a lot of the middle
NCIS,
episodes,
maybe?
a lot of the middle episodes are just them in the courtroom. Like, because you watch,
Oh.
you see a lot of his, you see a lot of his
Bum,
trial.
bum, 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 bum.
But there are a lot of fishy things that happen in the trial, and like, because the judge
Was it like
says
Phoenix Wright? Did some guy with funny hair just yell objection at everybody?
there's a lot of objections, but like you kind of see early on that the cops didn't focus on any other suspect except for Stephen Avery. Like there's a couple other players that like they could focus on. Like she had a boyfriend at the time, like an ex-boyfriend that she still lived with. Like her brother seems kind of shady. Like there's Stephen's family members are kind of weird. Like there are other people that could have also done it. They just didn't focus on anybody else but Stephen Avery. And then the judge was like, well, you can't name any other suspects by name. So the defense was like, well, if we can't suggest that maybe it was like her ex-boyfriend, what our only option for defense is like the cops planted evidence, because that's really all they could go with. Because it doesn't seem like Stephen Avery, like just all of this evidence mounts up. It's like so bizarre that it doesn't really point to him, but then it kind of points to him. Like it's weird.
I recommend you watch it. If you don't want to see it, I mean, fine. If that's not your bag, but I mean, it is terrible. Like we definitely need to find a way to
tort reform.
Tort reform. Yeah, we need. If you're sliding into second,
yep,
and you feel a big, I don't know what round
You
was
have
second.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should have said third. Here's the deal. I think honestly, maybe the whole jury system needs to stop. We need to find maybe change the way that's done. 'Cause
maybe not.
Juries are pretty fucking stupid because they fuck up a lot.
It's that people need to be educated on how to be a juror.
And also, lawyers,
Courts,
like the thing
court
that
system wants bad jurors. They want jurors
I
that will just
understand
do
that.
what they say rather than ones that will
and
actually
then
think.
and then lawyers, like it's not so much when you watch this fucking the whole rigmarole. It's the lawyers are just putting on. They're good salesmen. Like they put on the good pitch. They're flashy. They say this. They say that. They're not even saying like, oh, we didn't really need
That happens
this,
a bunch of times.
or we don't need this evidence because he's obviously guilty. We
makes
know that. We just know that he's guilty, and they're saying it, and these fucking yokels are sitting there on the goddamn bench like, well, I mean, I guess he's right. I mean, well, yeah, it makes sense. He doesn't need the evidence because clearly he's guilty. It's just, this is such a flawed fucking system, and the fact that like Stephen Avery is writing to try to get his case reviewed, and they're just like, nope, we're not going to review it. Like, what? What? Why are we not going to review? Do you look at this evidence? How does anybody in their right mind not look at the evidence outside of the idiots that were involved and say this is?
I mean, yeah,
needs to be reviewed again.
The guys in the prosecution are really good at spinning a story. And they had, like, Stephen Avery was, like, kind of a media darling before he was accused of murder, in the sense that, like, he's the guy that got...
Media darling.
Well, because they interviewed him several times before, like, just asking her about the murder. Like, what do you think happened to the murder? Like, or to the girl that's missing, et cetera. And so they had a lot of support from him because they knew that he was wrongfully in prison for 18 years. And then they just turn like, the police just release all of this, like, evidence, like, things he could have done. Like, they had no proof of it. But they're releasing it to the news anyway, and the news is reporting it. So, like, everybody in that town who has, like, an IQ of 70 is just going to be, like, eating it up. Like, oh, he did this? So, like, they're picking the jurors from these people. And, like, even in the courtroom, the prosecutor would say something, and then the defense would be like, dude, that's like, all fake. And, like, the judge would be like, yeah, you can't say that. And then the defense attorney would be like, the jury heard that. Like, they can't unhear it.
Right.
Like, he's already poisoned the jury. Like, we can't defend against this.
Was his lawyer Gordon Bombay?
His lawyer was pretty great.
The lawyers did a
But
great
Gordon
job, it
Bombay
seemed
good?
Yes.
Win-win-win?
The lawyer that he got, he was really great. I liked him a lot.
Apparently not, because well, look what happened.
Well, you can't. Fight.
Yeah, you can't fight stupid. Yeah. I mean, stupid people just think they're right or they know it's right, and that's it. So,
I mean,
what's going on in Oregon there?
So some hicks took over a cabin in the woods.
Were they stupid?
Yes. Oh, they are.
A little cabin in
Are
the
they
woods?
winning?
Kinda.
See, it's hard to beat stupid, man.
But it's my.
You know how you beat stupid?
Kill them.
Eugenics.
Yeah, eugenics. Exactly.
Eugenics?
Yeah, Gattaca, man.
That takes a few generations.
Gattaca, man. Okay, so the Oregon thing. It's some people. Cliven Bundy's son is the leader of their group. Cliven Bundy, the rancher that had the whole standoff with the government because he wanted his cattle to graze on government land, and there was a whole.
And he never
deal
left
with
his
that.
house anymore?
Why was it a
Is
big
that-
deal that they graze on the government land?
Because it's not his land. That does a lot of damage to the land, Joe.
I don't know. I don't raise cattle.
Right, but okay, so
Well, but you're going to.
go take a shit on town hall's lawn every day.
So free fertilizer for the lawn.
Look, this is when you own your ranch, like we talked about. This
Okay.
is going to be useful information. So, like, it's bad to graze your cattle.
Yes,
on
in a certain
land.
way, it is fertilizer. But if it's just shit on shit on shit,
Listen, I saw the
it's
mark.
just going to kill everything.
You just stir it all together, and then you got potatoes.
Okay. So yeah, these guys.
I also saw that movie over the span of 2 different viewings.
Yeah.
Like I had to watch the first half and then
So these guys
stir it all together, and then you get potatoes.
I really wanted to
Unbelievable,
watch
Joe.
The Hateful Eight that way with the intermission. Just come back later because it was so long.
That's why you were asking about the intermission.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, led by Cliven Bundy's son, they just got a bunch of guns or getting a bunch of people near them because of the causes for 2 ranchers that were convicted of arson for burning down. I don't remember what they burnt down, but they burnt down something, so they were convicted. And these 2 ranchers that did the arson don't want these guys for their cause at all. So they're a bunch of white guys standing off against the government in a cabin in the middle of the woods in Oregon.
So they just took over a cabin?
Basically, they want this to be their headquarters of their movement or whatever.
But can't, like, with all of them in the cabin, as the government, like, couldn't we just, like, bomb the cabin?
Surround the cabin
bomb
and starve them
the
out?
cabin. Now, this is exactly why this whole thing's annoying to me. Because obviously, exactly,
the
Joe,
cabin?
what the fuck?
We all saw
Drone
the Hunger
strikes,
Games,
man?
and they just bombed that building.
Yeah,
They
we
shot
all
a
saw
missile at it.
Waco, Joe. We all saw.
No, they went in
Ruby
with tanks,
Ridge.
and
We
it was
all
a
saw.
bad idea. Joe has the perfect solution. We have drones now. We'll
Yeah.
just
He's
drone
not for
in
eugenics,
and
but
blow up the cabin.
I'm just saying, like, it seems like it's something that's hard to defend because it's not
It's
like
a little cabin in the woods.
It's a cabin in the woods. Yeah,
And
it's
a little
not.
man by the window stood.
It's like literally anything could take out. They could drive a truck through the cabin and they'd all be dead. Like it just seems
Why
like
that didn't work in Waco. You don't want to do that. Like,
Why do you
want to?
I don't. I'm not saying. I'm just saying like the government.
I'm
could
not
end
saying
this-
kill them, but I'm saying
You
that we could
understand-
kill them
you
very
understand,
easily.
Joe, we are the government. The government is
Yes.
the people. So why do you want to kill these people?
I don't. But they've.
No, you're saying
You've
you do.
just offered 2 solutions to this problem, both of which end in
They
them
are.
dying.
They are militants who've taken their guns
So?
to take over this place. So isn't that kind
What
of
if
like
we
they're
just shoot
holding
our
it
guns
hostage?
into the cabin? It's fine.
They're holding themselves hostage.
Joe,
They're
I
holding the
respect
cabin
you a lot
hostage.
more right now if you just say, please, I want them all dead.
I don't want them dead. I didn't really think about it, but
you said it twice.
I'm just saying it. No, I'm saying tactically it doesn't really make
Yes,
sense.
Tactically, we could do a lot. We could destroy literally every life on this planet very easily tactically, Joe.
Yeah, I just don't get
What's
why
the-
they would take this over. That's all I'm trying to say. It just
They're
doesn't
calling
seem
our bluff, Joe.
It just
that's
doesn't
what it
seem
is.
that's
They're
something
like,
that's easy
they
to defend.
know that we won't do it.
They're
so we
saying
gotta
they're a
call their
militia,
bluff.
right.
Yeah,
and
like-
blow them up.
Like, how do they get supplies to it? Like, it's just
Well, they don't. That's the problem.
That's the problem. Yeah.
We've blockaded them in.
That's why it's ridiculous that people, and I'm not even kidding, because on Facebook, literally everything I see about this is all from like the idiots who will be like, if this, I'm not joking about this at all, verbatim, it's, if these were black or Muslims, they'd be dead already.
They should order pizza and have the Domino's guy try and deliver pizza to their cabin.
But I mean, what was the? Did they
the
say
app?
what their end game was? Like,
They're just trying to be a militia. They're just being
tweet out a
stupid.
pizza emoji?
They're trying to get their names somewhere for doing something stupid because they think that they're doing a great.
they do know they'll just end up getting arrested when they leave, right?
Probably.
Yeah,
they'll
but
just
now
never
we're all
leave.
aware
Right.
of the situation, man.
Right. The
Now, they
situation that
can't
the
be
people that are
killed.
actually the cause of the
I'm
situation
still not
don't want
aware.
to be
What-
part of.
what is
look,
the point of
look,
their thing?
now that we know they can't kill them because
Yeah, what
then
is
we
their
know we
movement?
It's
killed
in
them.
protest of the
The cattle grazing?
Yes, cattle.
It's in protest. I literally just said this. It's in protest of the two
No,
people.
cattle
arrested
grazing's
for arson.
okay because we're just going to mix it together and we
Yeah.
get potatoes.
The
That,
two people-
cattle grazing means more potatoes.
Yeah.
The two people convicted of arson that were also ranchers there. They're in protest of them being in jail for
Convicted
that.
of arson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what did they burn down?
I don't remember what, like
Cattle ranch.
something. I don't remember what they
Yeah, they
burned
burned
down.
down the cattle ranch. So that's why they needed more cattle land.
That was his dad, Joe.
Oh fuck, Joe is. It is funny. Like Joe has these different moods and these different swings that he
What?
carries into the show. Well, sometimes you're feisty in like a catty type way.
Have you ever gone to like a head doctor, a shrink about like BPD or something?
BPD.
Borderline personality disorder.
No.
He's not gone to a therapist. I don't think. Have you?
No.
Ever?
Oh, I don't like the way he said no there.
No, I mean I haven't.
That no was like, well,
I don't know that this is a therapist. I remember.
Oh, there you go.
No, hang on.
It was the rapist.
No. When I was like 5 years old in kindergarten, I remember they made me see like somebody in the school, but I don't remember
Wait,
why.
who made you?
The counselor?
Yeah, the school counselor. I don't know why.
At what age?
Like when I was 5, and I remember the sessions were like, "Can you just draw stuff for me?" And that's really what it was. And then it
Joe,
just,
do you know how to use scissors yet?
and it just ended before first grade. Like I didn't have to go anymore.
I'm not really sure if our show is on anymore.
Why?
This computer's frozen.
Well, that's good.
Let's see if people are chatting in the chat.
Uncle Hall just said stuff.
Oh yeah, he said roll call. 1 minute.
And after that, yeah, he said that they had a fire on their land, and then it spread onto federal land, so they were
It's
convicted.
completely frozen on my end.
That's really weird.
It still says we're live on if I refresh speaker page.
Yeah. Just stop touching shit.
Oh no, it ended.
That's
Live
good.
broadcast was just terminated, but will be available again in a few minutes.
That's weird.
Good job, man.
Well, our video thing's still up, so I guess we can keep talking.
Well, yeah, but we're not recording.
Right, but we are here, so we can just take the audio from it later.
All right.
And okay, so yeah, so these guys, they're just starting a militia in the middle of Oregon. But that, like, the whole reason I wanted to like get into this a little bit is because of how ridiculous that attitude is. Like, it's because they're white that they're alive. And Joe actually amazingly contributed to that by saying, "Why don't we just bomb them?"
I didn't say like.
No, you did.
I didn't say why don't we do that. I said couldn't we do that? Like it doesn't seem like a great idea to just take over a cabin.
Of course, but like I said, of course we can do that. It's not the logistics of killing people. It's whether or not we should.
I didn't get the point of them taking over a cabin. That's something that's not, especially like armed, because they always made a big deal about them being militants and they're armed. It just doesn't seem like the greatest thing to take over.
Right, but what harm are they directly causing to anybody, or what direct
So does
threat
nobody
are they
like
actually...
does nobody even care? Like they're just like whatever, take the cabin.
Well, no, that's that real issue is what do we do with them? But what I'm saying is why are people making it into whether we should kill them or ignore them? Like that's not the line. I don't like Montel Williams, talk show host Montel Williams, Money Mutual asshole, payday loan guy. He was advocating for deadly force, just go in and kill them. Because they're like black people will get killed by police all the time.
Yeah, that's a little insane.
So this is an actual sentiment that people are having. Like I've seen so many stupid pictures and dumb things shared on Facebook about just if they were black.
It is funny that is this getting much run?
That?
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about it.
I haven't seen any of the other bullshit about making them murder.
Other than
yeah.
Other than
I don't know about 24 hours, but they do cover it a lot.
Other than the first day when it happened, and then the only thing I saw that whole day was like, what do we call these guys? Are they terrorists or aren't they?
Are they?
I mean, I don't know.
Broadly, yes.
I assume yes, but like they didn't
They're not
call
really
them terrorists.
terrorizing anyone,
right?
though.
But they're not terrorizing anybody yet.
So they're not terrorists.
Is their
yet.
goal to terrorize anybody or just go live out in the cabin?
Their goal is to be a militia with their own
Wait.
political agenda.
So if your goal is to terrorize, but you do something like throw a birthday party, are you a terrorist because your goal was to terrorize or because your actions actually terrorized? Right? Like, is it like...
Charles
well,
asking the tough questions
They're like
here on the Lotus
They're
Cast tonight.
ridiculously. They fucked up the terror plot. Their plot was so stupid that there is no way anyone was afraid. They took over a cabin that was empty, and they just sat there. Like, are they terrorists now? Because like I'm not afraid of them taking over the cabin.
Yeah,
So but their goal was to cause terror. Even though they failed miserably, their goal was to do it, and therefore they must be terrorists.
Their
Like,
goal is to then later get a spot at like the Republican convention or something. What's his face? Cliven Bundy's kid. I forget his first name. It's like Aiden or some gay name. He's probably just trying to get somebody to invite him to the convention or something so he can get his name out there. Because his dad, after he went on his whole Negro rant, everybody hated him immediately. But he was like the poster child, or he's an old man, but like the poster child of the Republican Party for a month when that happened. So he's probably just trying to do the same thing. Like, how do I get my name to the same spot?
If you'd like a little update on what's going on with the computer, so there was an error violation, and the code that you could search was Watchdog.
In the browser?
No, like I got a blue screen and it had a frowny face, and it said, "Please wait while we search." And it was like this little. It was like 0%, 10, 12, 20.
Oh, well, it dumps the memory so you could see what went wrong.
And then now it's restarting, I guess.
Aren't we broadcasting from that computer?
We're broadcasting from this computer as well,
Oh.
separately.
Well,
that's on Vaughn.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
But
If
people
you
were
can
having
get to
trouble getting to Vaughn earlier.
Interesting.
I don't know. But either way, after the...
Goldie says Vaughn also stopped
I don't know.
working.
It seems to be working for me still.
She said that on Twitter, or where did she say that?
She just said it in the
live chat.
What live chat?
The Spreaker chat's still up.
Oh.
What's the link to the video stream?
Do we want to go to break? Like do a long break?
Yeah, we should probably do a break, and then we'll come back and fix this. Well,
Okay.
Dave will fix it.
Yeah.
Roman, stop breathing in the microphone.
We'll be back.
Well, I mean, it's just going to be a new episode on Spreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
This is Christian Nairn, better known as Hodor from Game of Thrones, and you're listening to the Lotus Cast.
Hi, this is Esme Bianco, and you're listening to the Locust Cast.
Where the conversation will make your mother sick. We're counting alcohol in 3 black guys. We say weed and drink a dick, and one of us is high. Wheelbarrow full of dicks. Wheelbarrow full of dicks. Where the meanest jokes come back and kick. We've been getting away with this for far too long. Join us Monday nights on strangelabel.com.
Steal
It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the fact that the dog fighting is both illegal and morally reprehensible. Strangelabel.com.
Oracle, this is Batman. Have you heard of Lotus Cast? It's on the lotuscast.com.
As that woman is announcing in the background.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you'll be able to see so-and-so here.
Dean Cain will be here for another 12 minutes.
Dean Cain did not want to see us.
Nobody wanted to see us.
Yeah.
That is true. Nobody wants this time around.
All right, we're back after some technical difficulties.
Some Matt difficulties.
Hey, the computer just crashed, dude. I didn't even do anything.
If that's the story you're going with.
All right. There's a diabolical scheme that I had to ruin the show.
Well, there you go. That
Taking some pages out of the old Joseph handbook.
Well, I learned from the best, sir.
That's a...
Doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, I learned from
What?
you. I learned from you.
Okay.
But that's the opposite of true.
Guys, thelotuscast.com. Make sure you check out all of the other fun shows at strangelabel.com, where we are also live. Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks, Furnicast, Not Safe for Water Coolers, Chris Brake Show, Leroy and Earl, Howie and his coffee shop, Heathen Half Hour. There's a lot of them. So, if you're bored, got nothing else going on in your life,
Can't find any new porn.
I don't know that Strange Label is a substitute for new porn.
I actually forgot to download porn today. I got to do that when I get home.
maybe that's what we need to do, is put the focus so that Strange Label can be the replacement for porn.
Really? Is it going to be more porn content on Strange Label?
Mm-hmm.
We've tried that.
Nope. We didn't even try.
Oh, we didn't? I thought we did.
Nope.
I thought you had it all set up and then it just didn't
what
work
happened?
out.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Was
I
that
was
like-
I tried, but it failed.
Oh, right. Yes. So that's trying.
Yeah, but it's not even to say that we tried. Just, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore.
That was a little bleak.
Mute the goddamn computer.
What do you want from me, dude?
Hit the mute button.
I open it.
I know you're afraid. I get it.
You're afraid to touch the computer?
Yeah, if I touch it, it's going to do something.
You use a computer every week. You
Every
don't-
week. Once a week you use a computer. You're actually 97 years old. You do the crossword puzzle, and that's it.
I'm just saying, you've muted it before, haven't you? Like, why does it sound back?
No, I don't touch this thing outside of opening up Spreaker and Twitter.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
Yeah, but I feel like Dave has told you to mute that computer several
I
times.
did.
No.
Before the show, I actually even reminded you.
I
'cause it
think
was
he
making
does
the
it.
same noise.
I think Dave, he just does it.
I actually said, "Can you mute that?" before we started the show because it made that same noise.
Yes, I remember Dave saying that. That's why I thought, like, Dave says that every week, so I just assumed that it's just always
One
muted.
of the times you would.
I've never muted it.
Do you know how to mute it?
Well, I just found out that you can't hit the mute button right here because it doesn't work.
Are you trying to touch the screen?
No, right here. This button.
He's using it as a touch
that,
screen?
that controls the volume.
Do you see the little white arrow thing on the screen?
Yes.
That's a cursor.
Yes, it's a cursor.
Point that at the speaker.
I understand.
On the taskbar.
I just did that.
And you hit the check
It's
thing to be
now
muted?
silented.
Okay. Silented.
Okay? I've silented the computer. I've silented it.
Silented.
All right? Listen, I'm only using proper terms here.
Right, yeah, that's 69 IQ.
So when I silented the computer,
Right.
I couldn't hit the button here, though. See this? See this button
I
here?
understand.
That silented
Yes.
it?
Yes.
It doesn't
I
work.
understand, yes.
None of this this buttons works.
I know.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay.
None of this buttons work.
None of this buttons works. I can't silented the computer unless I click here and drag this down here.
What time is it?
It's 11 o'clock. Wait, actually... It's 11 o'clock! Can you pause it for a second?
It's not 11 o'clock?
It's 11:02 now.
Can we play that song again, Joe?
Oh, fucking shit. Fuck off, man.
This is my new favorite video of all time.
It's just a bad lip sync. Bad, lip read
Yeah, but
thing.
that song is
I
great.
hate bad lip reads.
Oh, sorry.
I like that one better.
Penny for your thoughts.
This is so great.
I hate Brenda, and a bad guy hit me in the shin,
no
and I
video,
peed
Joe.
all in my pants.
Doesn't matter. You just need the song.
There's nothing a little music can't
It makes
help.
no sense about the video.
Rockin' and rollin'.
You can't listen to a bad lip read without
Down
the video.
To the beach,
You made up this song, Dave.
Yeah, the song's great.
the seagulls
poking my head, not fun.
I said, seagulls, stop it now.
You don't like this, Dave? This song is great.
Yeah, whatever. You're sort of pitchy.
Didn't like it.
Listen, man, I'm not your friend.
Don't fall asleep.
Oh, the best part.
Oh,
You
I'm
skipped
sorry.
off of it.
It's just not funny. I'm sorry.
I hit play again and it froze.
Oh.
Oh, great. Now we got another frozen computer.
Oh, it really did freeze.
Great.
On your computer now too?
I don't know what's happening.
Joe realized that all the attention was on me.
Yeah.
And now
Joe doesn't know how to install Windows, apparently, because every time he does...
No, literally, like... Oh, there it goes.
Why is that funnier?
That's funny, man. It's good stuff. Oh, there's...
I told you, it wasn't responding. It's still not.
You don't like that, Dave? Dave?
No.
He loves it.
I can't stand
You think there's part of him that's like he really thinks it's funny?
Because, it's like the other songs we've annoyed him with over the years. Like sometimes he probably went home and was like singing them to himself.
They get in my head, yes.
That's catchy.
That's not the same. No, it's not.
Rocking and rolling.
I actually entirely forgot what the song was until you just
Play it
said
again.
God fucking shit.
What's the line about you going to the beach? You go to the beach, something?
Down to the beach I'm strolling.
Oh, you're down to the beach?
Yeah, we'll listen to it again.
I hate Brenda, and a bad guy hit me in the shin, and I peed all in my pants.
There's nothing a little music can't help.
That's right.
Rockin' and rollin'. Down to the beach I'm strolling. But the seagulls poking my head, not fun. I said, seagulls, stop it now.
Yeah, whatever. You're sort of pitchy.
Didn't like it.
Listen, man, I'm not your friend.
Oh, I love this video. I love this video so much. I like that Charles is all in.
I mean,
Do you think
it's
that's
almost as good as mashed potatoes.
And the biscuit?
And the biscuit. This
Oh, man, we have not played that in a long time. Joe?
I need to find it.
Joe, find that really quick. While you're finding that, can you play that other song again just so we have some kills the time? Guess not.
Yeah, hand. Nugget and a biscuit. That's what it's called.
Penny for your thoughts.
I hate Brenda, and a bad
Dave,
guy
you-
hit me in the shin, and I peed all in my pants.
This doesn't make you happy at all? Listen to that beat.
A little
You
music
get that?
can't help.
That's
So
infectious.
Rockin' and rollin'. Down to the beach I'm
The
strolling.
only way to go to the beach is to stroll.
Seagulls
And those fucking seagulls, man.
head, not fun.
When they poke at your head, is it fun, Dave?
Stop
Dave?
it now.
You don't like this part?
The only thing that's amusing about this is that you're so dumb that you
Yeah,
think
whatever.
it's funny.
You're sort of pitchy.
It's so great.
Didn't like it.
Listen, man, I'm not your friend.
Don't fall asleep.
You don't like that. Joe, do you like it?
I like it. Honestly, it's catchy. I'm thinking that guy wrote that song for something else. Like, he thought it would be cool, and then he was like, oh, you know what? I'll just throw
No,
this
it's a
in here."
bad lip read.
Yeah, but, like, his back is to the camera for a lot of that dancing.
Well, only for the rest of it.
To the beach.
Did you find our nugget and a biscuit?
I did. Hang on. Give me just a second.
I mean, do we have enough time to...
Seagulls?
I mean, if we just cut out Harvey's headlines. Then.
Chicken nugget, biscuit nugget.
Can we do headlines over this?
No.
Biscuit nugget in a biscuit. Dip it all in mashed potato nuggets. Biscuit nugget in a biscuit nugget. Biscuit nugget in a biscuit nugget. Biscuit
The right level.
Dip it all in mashed potatoes.
Dip it all in mashed
Dip the mashed potatoes, gobble chicken nugget biscuit in the barbecue sauce. Yum yum.
My favorite part is how much
Why is Charles like this shit?
Charles gets into this stuff.
Charles loves the annoying song so much.
I know. More so than I do.
They're catchy.
No, they're
so
not.
Fun.
They're not.
It is catchy.
You've never gone home and was like, dip it on mashed potatoes.
No. And the dumb voice thing makes it so stupid. What does GABA mean? I still don't know. Why do they say GABA?
Hey, audience.
Hey, audience. I'm a douchebag. Maybe this is the fucking spiel at the end for like 30
which
seconds.
one is worse, Dave? This one?
The biscuit
I
one's way
hate
worse.
Brenda, and a bad guy hit me in the shin, and
So
I
this
peed
is
all
better.
over my pants.
This is better.
Alright, so do headlines over this.
I'm not doing headlines over any of this shit.
Rocking and rolling down to the beach I'm strolling, but the seagulls poke at my head, not fun. I said, seagulls, stop it now.
Yeah, whatever. You're sort of pitchy.
Didn't
like it? Listen, man, I'm not your friend.
Don't fall asleep. There's nothing a little music can't help. Rockin' and rollin'. Down to the beach I'm strolling.
I like, whenever something annoying comes on and Dave needs to take his headphones off so he can't hear it.
I can still hear it very loud. It's just with the headphones on, it's just frustrating. The worst part about this is I know that Joe's gonna make something with that tune next week.
Stop it now.
I know that he will. Some headlines drop.
What? I'm not gonna make it.
No,
it's a lot of work. Maybe if Langel sang something.
Yeah, whatever. You're sort of.
Headlines, headlines.
I don't want it to happen. I hate that Joe's dancing over there.
I do hate that too.
Why is that camera frozen? It's weird.
Well, it is frozen, yeah. I have a lot of technical difficulties tonight.
That was frozen earlier too. I don't know why. When are USB ports? Yeah, so yeah, this nudge it frozen.
Hey, Joe.
That's really good.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. Fire! All these headlines. It's 11 o'clock. Fire! All these headlines.
You know, Goldie said, is this song about Popeyes? And now she wants chicken. Can we just revisit that for just a moment?
The song? The chicken song?
Chicken song.
Alright.
Chicken nugget, biscuit nugget, and a biscuit.
It does make you kind of want chicken, right, Dave?
Biscuit nugget, and a biscuit. Give it all in mashed potatoes.
You don't want, like, after hearing this, you don't want a nugget and a biscuit?
And mashed potatoes.
You know, Dave's got a nugget story.
Didn't I say that on the show? When I pulled the poo nugget out of my butt?
Okay. You can pause it now.
Yum, yum,
I think we're done for a moment.
For a moment.
Because you know it's coming back.
Natalie Cole has died. The singer and daughter of Nat King Cole will live on in every shitty rom-com and dating site commercial because of that one song that she sang. You guys know the one, right? This
Which
will
one?
be an everlasting love. That song.
This will be
Yeah,
an everlasting love.
It's gonna be in every rom-com ever.
This will be.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, she had hepatitis and is.
Is that what killed her?
No.
Why did you have to say that?
Because it's part of every story that I wrote.
She just wanted to announce that she had hepatitis.
It's 'cause,
she was old and black.
Can I finish the fucking sentence?
She was old, black, had hepatitis, And she died of choking on a chicken bone.
These were unrelated to how she died.
Well, she died of congestive heart failure, Joe.
So what does that happen?
I don't know. They just said that she had hepatitis and everything, so I wanted to repeat it. And she was also big into the drugs, like heroin and stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Was she at one time, or was she still?
Not now, I don't think. I think it was like
She
a
was
past
old.
thing.
Is that how she got the hepatitis?
Maybe. Possibly.
Probably.
So yeah, she was 65 years old. Do you care?
I hope that that's what happens when I die. It's just like
So you have hepatitis and
he
Dave
had a
announces
huge
it?
hemorrhoid.
It's unrelated to how I
Matthew
died.
Charles leaves
If you-
behind 2 daughters, his wife. He, fucking drove his car to 750,000 miles, and he had a hemorrhoid, and he died of breaking his toe.
If I write your obituary, then yeah.
Huh?
If I get to write your obituary,
Please,
of course.
Hopefully that's it. Chicken nugget,
died while his wife
biscuit,
was
nugget
shaving
and a
his back.
biscuit. All right, now who's being Roman?
I'm doing it on purpose.
Mm-hmm. That's what Roman says too.
Yeah, but mine was a very verbal sigh.
What do you got?
Usually Joe plays something.
Well, usually Matt says Harvey's headline.
Oh, Harvey's headline. Sorry.
What do you got?
Dave's just not. It's not his night.
I like this one. It's just so long.
It's 4 minutes. Let's listen to all of it. Do you think he recorded all 4 minutes of this, or did he loop it at some point?
Well, he does have those drops in there. Like they're new. Like all of that.
Woo! Nothing to it but to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, you can do it.
And they're all through the whole thing, so. So I'm pretty sure he probably looped that part.
You know what, Uncle Hall, I want this ringtone. I kind of want this as a ringtone too. I just don't have the file. Because this would be awesome. Here's
It's
Dave.
on our drive, Dave.
Is it? Okay. So maybe I'll put this as a ringtone. Whenever somebody calls me, here's Dave.
All right, I'll pause it because it's like 4 minutes.
A quick update from a story last week. It turns out that the Subway slasher that we all saw last week is, in fact, a tranny. So I was right. Way to go, Dave.
That's the whole story.
Well, no.
Way to go, Dave.
She also had.
I like how Dave's the one. He's just like, I'll pat myself on the back here.
Nobody else was going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Her name is Mercy Cressette.
Do you think Dave printed out a certificate for just like most
trainee
accurate
outer.
news stories of 2015?
A trainee outer.
Was Way to Go, Dave in your script?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't in my script.
Wasn't. Does it say pause for effect afterwards?
No, I don't do that much.
Pause for applause.
So yeah, her name is Mercy Cressette, and outed herself as the assailant on Facebook after seeing the hate towards her. Cressette said, "I will be doing the right thing very soon, but in turn hope that in the future society learns to be kind towards the LGBT community because we are human as well." And she did turn herself in.
That's good.
But she thought that the hate was because she's a tranny, not because she stabbed some
Because she
people.
was a freak on the show.
Oh my god, that's so fucking. See, that's the problem.
So she didn't even understand that she did something wrong on the train.
Well, she turned herself in for the crime, but she thought that people hated her because she's a tranny. And yes, obviously people are going to make comments like that, but that's not why. They made the comments like it's an accident that you happen to also be transgendered.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't the focus of it. It's just because you were acting so bizarre.
Right. And like that's just the comment that they went to use, not the why they made the comment.
Right. Exactly. And that's how it is. You happen to be this.
Right.
We're going to bring it up because you're acting like this.
Right. Like, I mean, nobody's going to ever talk about the late Don Vito. Nobody would ever say, like, he's just fat randomly. It's because he was fucking crazy.
Right.
And then they would say, no, you're fat.
Right.
Like, that's why it happens.
Harvey's headlines.
A kid in Oklahoma was shot several times by his neighbor on New Year's Day when he and two friends were ding-dong ditching.
First here at 6 o'clock.
Ding-dong ditching. The kid, 14 years old, was shot through the back, hitting his liver and in the arm as they fled The house is part of the game. The man hadn't been arrested until today, as the DA thought that he had to investigate whether the shooting was lawful. I feel like usually you go get somebody for questioning right when they shoot somebody.
Yeah.
He called it in as a home invasion?
Yeah. He thought that he was getting robbed or something. He was at his parents' house.
When somebody just rang the doorbell?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he started shooting through the door?
Well, I think he chased him into the front yard and shot the kid as he ran away.
People, if they're going to rob his house or invade his house, would use the doorbell?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you never know at this point.
I mean, I guess it's an easy way, like, so the door's open, you don't have to sort of break
Sure.
it down. But it
Or a window.
Yeah, it just seems bizarre.
Yeah, but it took 4 days for this guy to be arrested or brought in at all for shooting somebody.
Yeah,
I feel like that should happen quicker, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So is there any... What was the
Yeah,
resolution?
he's arrested and he's being held now for assault with a deadly weapon. Which I guess is good. Who knows?
Is the kid going to get tried as an adult?
The kid for what?
For being a ding-dong ditcher.
Joe's on fire tonight. He is...
Yeah.
Did he read a book or something?
Yeah, that insult book.
No, actually, I haven't used that at all tonight.
I'm glad
Goldie
you
will be
mentioned it,
disappointed.
though.
Yeah, Goldie, why would you let Goldie down?
Well, because you guys told me I shouldn't use it anymore at the last show.
It's because you were using it too much.
What, like
Moderation,
4 times?
Joe.
I used it 4 times in a row.
40 times in a minute. What are you talking about 4 times in a row?
It was the height of comedy.
It sounded like Casey Jones talking to Donatello. Gack face. What letter were we on
Pizza
again?
breath.
I thought he was going to start using it again.
Yeah.
And then he didn't.
I know.
He picked up the book, he looked at it a few times, and then he just...
Well, it's underneath my little koozie. I guess I could lift it up.
Oh, Goldie, you hear that? He's fucking using it under his koozie.
Yeah,
It's
Matt,
a koozie
stop
koozie.
being a nut fungus.
Well, that's enough.
Yeah, you've already ruined it.
I know. This is a real pecker sandwich.
Is there a chicken nugget and a biscuit?
There is yeah, it's in
That's too many things.
Nugget biscuit?
Nugget biscuit.
Harvey's okay?
Chicken nugget, biscuit nugget, and a biscuit nugget, biscuit nugget, and a biscuit nugget, biscuit nugget, and a
The
biscuit.
stupid voices just aren't funny.
Is this when you contemplate, like, quitting the show?
Oh.
I came in with Harvey's headline.
Look at Dave jumped to suicide, and we were just like, no, quit the show.
Time. All I wanted was to bring the news. All you ever do is rank on me. I came in with Harvey's headlines. I never have enough time. All I wanted was to bring the news.
What is happening to that page, Joe?
I have no idea.
Rank on me.
Seriously, what is
going
happening?
Yeah, you rank
Finally.
on me.
Wait. If I hit stop? No.
So did you guys see the picture of the ham dog?
I saw that.
Saw the ham dog, Matt?
I didn't see the ham dog.
I wish I was the one that came up with that because it was kind of perfect.
I don't know. So I
Why
thought
is
this
this
was
not loading?
I don't know. Is this the ham dog story?
Yeah.
Can you just Google the picture of it then?
Yeah.
Well, Uncle Hall keeps asking for the seagull song. What are you talking about?
The Yoda thing.
Oh.
Not
just
a flock of seagulls. He wants to.
I know, I
he
was like-
wants to listen to Iran.
I forgot. Uncle Hall, just if you go to search bad lip readings, DJ Yoda, you'll find it.
So yeah, I thought this was an obvious joke.
I thought it was hilarious when I saw it.
But it turned out that a lot of people thought that it was real. So it's a picture of a dog with a deli ham slice, or a deli slice of ham on its face, with the caption saying, "This poor dog was badly burned and disfigured, trying to save his family
You have
from
the
a house
wrong
fire."
thing up, by the way, Dave.
Oh, do I? Oops. Well, that's weird. I had that. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, it said this poor dog was badly
blow it up?
burned. I can. This poor dog was badly burned and disfigured trying to save his family from a house fire. 1 like equals 1 prayer. 1 share equals 10 prayers. So this went on. I think it has what, at least 130,000. It was even more than that. I thought it got up to 1.3 million or something.
This is obviously they wrote the article earlier.
Yeah.
Because like when I saw it, it was lower. But a lot of the comments were like, oh my god, that poor dog. Like, please pray for this dog.
Yeah. So that's obviously a piece of ham.
Yeah. And then like there would be comments like, people, it's a piece of ham. Like they were like, you shouldn't torture your dog. How badly did he want to eat that piece of ham?
Anyway, so the guy who posted this has been getting death threats, too many to count.
Because he put ham over his dog's face?
Because of the one like equal one prayer thing.
Oh, well, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Anybody who does one like equals one prayer.
Because he did it as a joke, but people are sending him death threats for it.
Dude, I hate Facebook now. I hate getting on there. I hate people in general. They're just so fucking selfish. And they're just me, fucking bullshit all the fucking time.
That's why I never really make Facebook posts. Like I do, like I'll make an Instagram post or a Twitter post that gets shared to Facebook. Like I just don't care enough about the whole Facebook, self-promotion.
I didn't think I hated people until recently.
Oh, recently? How recently?
Like very recently,
I feel like
within the past like 2 years.
Kind of
It's been getting worse. Like they're just.
I always enjoyed stupid people, like making fun of them and everything. But now it's just to the point where I just hate them.
They're all stupid.
Because if you do make fun of somebody, there's really not that many people on your side who will take it as a joke. It's more like, oh my god, I'm so offended.
But Facebook like exposes us now because normally I wouldn't interact with any of those people at all. Like outside of the time.
Not just that.
Well, because like okay, for instance, let's take what the fuck's her name? The girl from the first Provoked film screening, Biz.
Yeah.
All right, for instance, Biz. Biz is a girl that I would have met the one night.
That's it. Yeah.
And I would never interact with her ever again in my life.
Sure.
But now with Facebook, I am friends with her, and
I have to
see
go to every Rhode Island play. Apparently, that's ever happened.
all of her posts and all of her shit.
You
Like
get invited to those.
and just anybody, like the stupid family members that do the one like, one prayer bullshit. Like I would never see them enough to have to deal with that stupidity. But now you're on Facebook, and there it is. And that's what you see.
The unfriend button.
Why? No, that's not it. It's why do they have to treat it like it's email spam? It's like the late 90s with your mom's emails like, oh my god, forward, this bullshit.
Well,
every fucking Facebook post is that right now. Nobody has original posts anymore. It's always shared shit.
It's not just that. There are some people who literally treat Facebook as this is my daily diary entry. Like this is what happened to me today.
I would rather
this
that.
This is what happened to my kids today.
I would much rather that than the bullshit shares about nothing like the ham dog.
I mean, that's why I had came up with ham dog.
I like ham dog because
that's exactly what I would use Facebook for. Like,
I hate what led to ham dog.
Right. But I mean, at least there's something genuine about people being the me, like this is it. But when everything's a share and everything's like, oh, this comment or like newspaper comics like exactly what I wanted to say. Let me share this. It's like, no, it's fucking stupid.
I do you not think though that we're making like everybody way more selfish with this shit?
It's
like more narcissistic.
People also like to show off what they might be doing. So like if somebody checks into a place.
Yeah, but again, if you have something going on in your life, okay? Like you say Facebook's out of the picture. Twitter, all of it's out of the picture. You have something going on that you're excited about.
Right.
Who do you tell?
Tell my friends, tell my family.
We sit down to eat.
Yeah.
We're out having a good time. You come over, we're playing board games. You say, hey, man, this is what's going on.
You gotta write a public post on Facebook so everyone in the world knows.
So, and then everybody, like all the people are just going to click, like.
Why do I need to announce? Why do people announce shit on Facebook?
Well, you don't know if they saw it, if they don't like it.
And the worst thing is they can't just announce it like just the statement. It has to be like some silly, like, hidden thing.
Right.
Like, guess what? It's like a little fucking sock on my window or something. Like, shut the fuck up. Stop it. Just say what you're trying to say. Stop trying to be cute. And that's kind of the problem right now is I don't know. It's just I wish that the internet was exactly how it was in like 2001. So then it was still
You've got mail.
A specific group of people using the internet that hated everybody else like off of it, and not everybody always on the internet because the other people were just stupid, and now those stupid people are everywhere ruining it.
I feel like people take it too seriously. Like they have a whole identity and persona that they need to keep up on Facebook, and I just feel like it's too much work. I don't care enough to do that.
There was a time when I felt connected to people all around the world, and I still do with certain friends. But there was a time when I felt connected to everybody through the internet. And at this point, it's like everybody is in their own bubble or world on the internet. They don't exist with other people. It's their thing, and that's
Right.
it. And it's amazing how
Well,
it's
they think they're
become
these
that way.
little mini celebrities.
Right. It's
Like,
amazing how it's become that way.
Oh, I've got the 500 friends. I make the post. I get
Yeah, but
27 likes.
Out of your 500 friends, how many do you really interact with on a
None of them.
weekly
I
basis?
mean, like, again,
not even daily.
You, Charles, Dave are probably the people, and my wife, obviously. But I'm just saying, like, that's...
Yeah, but she has to be your Facebook friend.
Yeah, well, we're married.
It's part of the contract.
Don't tell her, but, I've got her hidden. So
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with her
Hidden
shit.
from timeline, yeah.
But, I mean, like, you guys are the only ones that I interact with on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for me because, like, a lot of my Facebook friends, that's just what they are. They're Facebook friends. And, like, the people that in this room are really the people I see the most aside from family members. Like, I don't see anybody. I don't care most of the time, like, if I post something on Facebook, if anybody likes it, because I know, like, I probably already told you guys what it was.
Yeah, and then like when I'm somebody that I'm actually friends with, or I see like every other month or every couple, they post something. It's like these other people that I know that they haven't talked to in 10 years are liking it. It's like,
Right.
am I supposed to like that? Because I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But I heard like it's like,
but like I know I can count on certain likes. Like if I posted I'm getting married or I'm having a kid, I know like all those people from high school they're gonna click like or they're gonna make a comment.
Like why? Because like me, I don't feel obligated to like your stupid post, and I don't know if I should. Like, am I supposed to care
I'll
enough?
like it if I genuinely like it. If it didn't really provoke a reaction, I'm not gonna.
If it's funny, I guess I will. I don't know.
Harvey's headlines.
Hawaii is officially the first state to raise the purchase age of tobacco to 21. In the past 4 years, the rate of high school smokers raised to 22% in Hawaii. So, 22% of all high school students in Hawaii smoke cigarettes. And so this one's less of like there's not really many details. That's the detail of the story. It's more of why are we allowing this?
Well, I mean, because they're trying to discourage.
No, that's not discourage. That's banning. It's very different. You're
What do you
making
mean?
something illegal, or you're
Yeah, but like they
taking
know
away the
it's like
legality of it.
it's like when alcohol is raised to 21. Like they
Yes.
know kids are still going to drink it, but they're trying to discourage it. Like they know that kids in high school are drinking alcohol. Like there's no
Of
way
course.
around it. But they're
Clearly.
trying to discourage it and prevent it as much as they can. That's why they raise the
No,
age.
I understand.
But why are we allowing this hypocrisy in ages?
What do you mean?
If you can buy cigarettes at 21, but I can vote to whether I make cigarettes illegal or not at 18, that's insane.
Well, you can, but you don't have enough votes to override
I understand,
it.
but that's crazy that that's how it works. If I can vote to elect somebody who signs the bill to make me illegible to smoke cigarettes
Well,
compared to somebody else, it
let's-
doesn't make any sense.
Let's see how this works. So if I can vote
Yes.
for the people that raise my taxes,
Yes.
then how did those people get elected? Because I'm not going to vote for them. Yet it seems though
That's a different thing.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of
completely
seems like the
different.
same thing.
It's not the same
It's completely
thing.
different.
If I have a lot of money and I don't want a capital gains tax, and I vote that that there shouldn't be one, but it passes anyway.
Because that's not taxes are not a personal thing.
Well,
What?
I personally
You
pay
personally
them,
pay them.
so-
Yes, you personally pay them, but they're not a personal thing. It goes into public coffers, and it's for everybody. Taxes are for everybody. You smoking a cigarette is not for everybody.
But doesn't
Different.
the state take some? They have a cigarette tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goes into
Okay,
a-
the
goes
taxes
into a-
are not the same
a
fucking
coffer.
thing.
I'm just saying,
And
if
then-
I'm buying cigarettes, at least part of the money is going to
yeah,
the state.
they're benefiting.
Okay, but that's not the point at all.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't like the fucking, it's illegal for you to do this and not this and this. And like,
Yeah, we
the
shouldn't have
seatbelts,
laws. Fuck
seatbelts, it's the fact that it is illegal to not wear your seatbelt in the car is stupid.
Yeah.
It is a stupid law that, again, let's let the people smoke. Let's let the people drink. Let's let the people fucking not wear their seatbelt
I'm
when they get behind the
fine.
wheel of the car. And when they get into a car accident and they die, it's their fault.
But I think
I'm
that
fine with not banning smoking in public places. I'm fine with like building whatever. Like if you don't want to let people smoke in there, that's fine. But banning the sale of cigarettes to people that are 18 when they are eligible for all of these other
Right.
things.
If you're an
is
adult
insane.
at 18,
Well, what's the difference between that and alcohol?
there isn't.
Oh.
But we did try that, and there were highway numbers that brought forth the change back, which is still stupid. They should have just stuck with it. But
well, no, they threatened them with money, right? Like they couldn't get highway funds if they didn't raise it.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's all stupid.
It's crazy that we're doing this.
Well, I mean, they're not outright banning it. They're just
the sale of cigarettes to anybody. I mean, imagine right now you are a smoker at 18 years old or 19 years old. Yeah. 20 years old, and then tomorrow it's like, oh, I wanted a pack. Oh, it already started.
A day. All right. Well, and I'm 18.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. You started at 18.
3 years.
There's no grandfather period here. Because there can't be a grandfather period.
Yeah, well, like what did they say? Like, oh, you're addicted. We can measure this scientifically, so you're grandfathered.
It's crazy that this is where we are. We're regressing again.
I think their plan is to eventually phase out cigarettes because they're really bad for you, like in a way that's
I would respect
than alcohol.
that more. I would respect that more if they outright banned it or added it to
how do you feel
substance
about
abuse lists.
when they ban like sugary drinks, like soda?
That's stupid. It's insane.
It can be stupid, but it's better than banning it for age groups.
Well, don't they?
No, I think that
selectively banning something makes no sense.
they
Either you do it or you don't.
They banned it from school, so like yes, a student could legally still drink it.
If your school it wants to ban it, that
they don't have to sell
right.
things, but they can't take your Coca-Cola away.
Right. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know, the school can make their own policies.
But wasn't it like the New York City banned?
Yes, they did. They made
of a certain size.
Of a certain size, you could you like instead of a 12 ounce or
a 20 ounce or whatever,
a 20 ounce soda, you could only buy
big gulps, huh?
Yeah, exactly. There's no big
you couldn't
gulps
buy
anymore.
big gulps anymore.
You could only buy a 12 ounce size, I think, or something like that.
But you could buy as many 12 ounces as you wanted.
Yes, which it was stupid.
You're right. It's the halfway ban. Either ban it or don't ban it. Like this half measure bullshit just doesn't work.
Like bans and stuff like that. If you want to make the change, then the change is in education, and fucking start there. Start educating people on the fact that Coca-Cola is terrible for you, and like don't ban the sale of it because then you're just going to annoy people. The fucking fat ass is still going to go down and.
It just kind of does
buy
suck
a 2-liter bottle.
Yeah,
in other states, in every other state but Alaska, you can just go like, oh, I'll just drive an hour and get a bunch of fucking cigarettes. But in Hawaii, you don't really have that option.
So you're saying like it would have been better if they just banned cigarettes altogether?
Yes, if they, I would respect the decision a lot more if they banned cigarettes altogether. If they added it to Schedule 1 or Schedule 2 or something, one of the no, I'm serious. If they added it to the schedule list and they just banned the sale completely, I would understand that a lot more than just banning it for 18 to 21-year-olds.
Well, don't worry, Dave. No one that's currently a smoker that stops at their whatever gas station every day is gonna tomorrow. The guy's still gonna sell them the cigarettes.
Probably, but
he's not gonna be like, well, I didn't think to check your age.
Yeah.
Now you were fine yesterday. Whatever.
It's possible, but it did start on the 1st of the month or of the year, I guess. And yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Is it the whole state or just in
all of Hawaii? Yeah, the whole state. Because other cities have tried it. I think they're
Hawaii is multiple islands. So
right.
is it just one island?
It's the whole state.
So I can't bounce from one island, like puddle jump over,
right?
Or go to a different city.
Right. Surf Ninja.
Harvey's
headlines.
Harvey's headlines on the Lotus Cast. On the Lotus Cast.
One of my favorites, I think.
Harvey's headlines on the Lotus Cast.
A man with an 8-inch bionic penis will soon lose his virginity to a dominatrix named Charlotte Rose, who unsuccessfully ran for parliament in 2014. Mohammed Abad's penis was torn off in 1978 in a car crash. In 2012,
what type of violent car crash do you have to be in?
He was
that
dragged,
rips your fucking dick off.
He was dragged 600 feet.
Jesus Christ!
So in 2012, he had the surgery to replace his missing noodle with the bionic dong.
Okay.
Charlotte Rose.
Did you read that from the article?
No,
Is that word for word?
That was me. That was me.
You were getting just as
Hold
bad.
on, pause.
You don't like that?
Pause for.
I did it for Jeff.
Pause for effects.
Yeah. Give you a pat on the back.
Charlotte Rose apparently won an award for Sex Worker of the Year in 2013. So yeah, she's the best prostitute in England.
So he really wanted to lose it to a prostitute?
I guess. So she said that she's waiving her usual fee instead of £200 per hour.
So is it going to be free?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Well, she's waiving her usual fee
Yeah,
of
it does-
200 pounds per hour and substituting it with
Free.
A lower fee.
3,000
Yeah.
pounds per hour. Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's how it
Oh,
ever
so is it
works.
really a prostitute thing then? Is it just like
No, it's
she's just throwing him a freebie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a pity fuck. By the way, does that mean he has a detachable penis?
It's. I'm pretty sure it's fully attached, and he has one of like the ball sack pump up thing, like
No,
your Air
no.
Jordans.
You know the song though.
Wait, did he
No?
lose his testicles too?
No, the
Yes,
song.
we all know the
Testicles.
song.
He has one though. Can he leave it?
But he's aware of the
But it's
fucking song.
bionic. It's bionic.
I don't know if he can take it off, Charles.
We need
I don't
to
think
know
he
this
can.
information. Is it? A
No, but he has like the Air Jordan ball sack where
Right.
you squeeze it and pump it up.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
When it explodes, is it powder everywhere?
I don't think it explodes, Joe. Penises don't explode.
Well, no, because
Well,
he's
but
air,
this is
he's
a balloon
squeezing it.
penis.
Yeah,
It's a
he's
balloon penis.
and the powder goes everywhere when he overinflates.
Yeah, and then you mix it with the shit, and then you get potatoes.
Oh, it is powder because then you just add a little bit of like fluid, and then it becomes sperm.
Yeah, that's how that
That's
works.
semen.
Harvey's headlines.
A Spanish company.
It's Thursday night, and you're alone. And there's one guy who can't drive home. He will read you his headlines.
A Spanish company has invented a new kind of speaker whose intent is to play music for unborn children. Named the Baby Pod, the speaker is inserted into the mother's vagina and is controlled by a phone app. Costing $135, it's not Bluetooth, so you need a wire coming from your vagina into your phone.
Wait, why did they make a Bluetooth?
But it does come with a splitter and a pair of headphones for you to listen along with the baby.
They did talk about this on Wheelbarrow Full of Dicks earlier this week.
Did they?
Yeah, I got a kick out of it. It's pretty terrible.
It's a great idea.
No, it's not.
It's so funny.
Does the baby really need to hear it in clarity?
The reason
No,
it's a great
it's not
idea,
even going to be clearer. Like,
because it's going through fluid layers and stuff.
So what I'm wondering is how the app works. Is it just gonna? Do you really need the app, or can you just do like plug it into your computer or something and have all the songs come out? Because basically it'll be like one of those vibrators that cam girls have that reacts to the noise from the tips.
Yeah.
Because that'd be cool. Just play like cool songs into their box when you're watching the cam girls.
Well, according to Mr. Holland's opus, this is
Oh,
a good
God.
way to make your baby deaf.
I guess it would make your baby deaf.
Like, what is there like a volume limit? Like, can you make it too loud that like? 'cause-
I doubt it's.
I feel like if you want to kill your baby, Joe, you just bash your stomach.
Right.
I don't know.
No, I just mean like if people don't understand, they're just like, oh, I can't hear it. I feel like I should, and they just crank it up. Like, does it like hurt your baby's ears? I guess
I don't know how to answer that. I have. I'm not that familiar with gestation.
I don't know. Well, according to this, it has a top sound level of 54 decibels. Is recommended for use for the 16th week of pregnancy. So for only 10 to 20 minutes.
All right. Well, there you go.
That didn't really tell me anything.
I mean,
I told you
it
exactly
just
what I needed.
answered your fucking question.
No, it doesn't say it's 50.
It said that there's a recommended volume, and that's what it limits at. So then I'm sure that's it. That's
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess they answered it.
So what tickled you about this?
Huh?
What tickled you about this so much?
Because he bought one and
Oh,
inserted it. himself.
Yeah, I put it in my asshole so that my colon could hear.
It's just
some
why is
AC/DC.
it not Bluetooth?
I didn't get that part. Like, why? Because you want to hear it at the same time? You can
Well,
only...
even if it's Bluetooth, you can still do that.
It's just stupid. It's just another stupid thing to fucking.
I bet it's expensive. Is it expensive?
Studies do show that music for
Yeah,
a
but we
fetus
don't
is
need to stick a
beneficial.
fucking thing up your cunt to play
know.
music for the
I
kid.
know.
Yeah, but why can't you just wear the belly headphones like they already sell?
Well, because this is more direct. Don't you want better quality sound for your baby?
Well, we don't even know if the baby can hear it better.
No, you do. Of course,
No,
it would
because
hear
it's
it
still
better.
going through layers of liquid, so it's going to sound muffled regardless.
Yes, but it would still be better. Less muffle is better than more muffle.
Yeah, well, we need HD quality for the fucking fetus. It doesn't fucking matter.
No,
It
of
doesn't
course
matter how
not.
muffled it is. It's just stupid.
And
It's
you
just
have to use the
again,
gold.
You know what? It's another thing that some fucking bitch woman is going to be out in public. She's going to be sitting on a park bench. She's going to, I want my baby to hear something. So she drags the fucking speaker down into her cunt.
That's exactly
and
what I
then
want to
her
see.
vagina's going to be out. And then somebody's going to be like, this is weird. Why are you doing this? And then this woman's going to be like,
Stop looking at me.
Why are you looking at me? Why?
gonna post this
he
on
singled
Facebook?
me out. These people, I went out into public and I stuck this speaker up my goddamn twat, and there it was.
they wouldn't phrase
That's
it
what
that
I did.
way.
And they all stared at me and made me feel weird. Why? You made me feel bad because I stuck a speaker up. Because you stuck a speaker up your cunt. That's what makes you weird.
That's why I like this. I want to see that happen. I want to see just women with like.
If you're gonna do
speaker-
something that's stupid and weird,
What if she's better at it? She obscures it a little bit, but she's just wearing a dress and you just see a speaker, like a headphone wire, coming out from under
And then
between
you-
her legs up to the headphones.
That's
that she's
exactly what I want to see. Like,
she wants.
Where the fuck is that cable coming
It's because she
from?
needs the attention. She needs somebody to say, "Hey, what's that? What you got there?"
It's
I got
pretty
the-
cool. It's like
Yeah.
my vagina speaker.
No. It's not even that. What's it called?
Baby pod.
It's my baby pod.
Yeah.
She's gonna pull it out. It's gonna be like dripping.
It's my BP. They won't even call it like baby pods. They'll have some hip name for it.
What happens if you miscarry while wearing it?
No, that'd be great. Like they go to pull it out, and then just a
Terrible.
fetus just comes out with it. Oh my god! Right in public too. She's just in McDonald's, fucking about to order her goddamn McDoubles, and then she's like, "Oh, hold on a second." She goes to pull the speaker out, and then just little
Some
fucking
metal
fetus
band,
right
some
there.
metal band somewhere is gonna have that be their next album cover. Is like the baby fetus grabbing onto the speaker, it's like a miscarried baby.
According to Baby Pod, they had ultrasounds done while the baby was listening to this, and the babies were singing along and mouthing a response to music from the speakers.
No, they weren't.
Fucking
That's what
Christ.
it says in this article. You linked.
I know, but they weren't. Like that's bullshit.
That didn't happen. That never happened. I hate everybody.
Yeah. I still want these to become popular. I do want to see women with speakers in their cunt.
So stupid. Oh God. Go ahead. Harvey's headlines.
Hey Dave, what you doing? Hey Dave, where are you going? Harvey's headlines. Harvey's headlines. Here's Dave.
Similar to what you were just talking about, a Republican state representative in New Hampshire and sponsor of a bill to make it illegal for women to be topless in New Hampshire, but it has an
Illegal?
exception for breastfeeding, made a curious statement regarding that exception. State Rep Josh Moore posted on Facebook, "If it's a woman's natural inclination to pull her breast out in public, then you should have no problem with a man's inclination to stare at it and grab it."
Like grab it. Stare at it, I get, because we're not used to seeing boobs in public. But like, you just can't walk up and grab it.
Tell that to Republican State Representative Josh
I
Moore.
like this. I like this rule. Everything's okay. You can
Wait, so it's just illegal in general, but if you're gonna do it, I should at least be able to grab it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's currently legal for them to be topless in New Hampshire.
He just wants to, dude. Honestly, though, like, let's think about it. Wouldn't you love to walk around and just go honking tits? Like,
but where's the line? Like, could I motorboat them and it's okay?
Whoa, no, dude, come on, don't cross the line.
Okay,
honking tits is fine. You can make the noise, but don't make eye contact. Okay,
No, it says I
I
can.
wasn't
I can.
pretending to motorboat you. I was just quoting Bosnass.
Don't.
I
look
can stare.
No, don't look them in the eyes while you
Oh
honk.
no,
their
I
tits.
just look at the boobs.
Yeah, because that'll make them feel weird. But yes, you can walk out and you have to go.
What,
"Ha, ha."
Joe? Do you really squeeze boobs like you're an infant?
No, he's never squeezed boobs before.
Oh, that's what they were doing on Scrubs. I just watched that episode.
Right.
It's like when you like a baby grabs your finger. That's how he was grabbing.
It's Gift Shop Girl. Did you see? You remember the episode?
Oh my god!
Of course, I remember the episode. And I
I feel so
remembered it
bad for
initially.
the woman. Whenever you touch boobs, I feel so bad for that woman.
This year, we got to make it happen.
Are you excited about that, Joe?
About what?
Blind Date, 2016.
I don't know. I feel like you guys are gonna like throw a GoPro on me. So
When
you
you
can
heard
watch
this news, Dr.
That's stupid autoplay.
I thought you'd have that shit off.
It
No
doesn't,
script, man.
It doesn't work half the time.
No script always works. That's the point of no script.
Harvey's the one.
So North Korea now says that they successfully tested their first hydrogen bomb. There are some issues with the claim, and from what I've read, that the yield is far too low to be hydrogen. And the footage I saw that they released was actually one of our hydrogen bomb tests from like 40 years ago. And
So they didn't even shoot it.
Yeah.
Like claim that they shot it in HD anyway.
Yeah. So coinciding with this, I don't think they have HD cameras, Joe. I'm pretty sure they don't have HD cameras.
But their cameras are from 1960.
Probably, yeah. So coinciding with this, there was the earthquake related because they do the tests underground. So 5.1 magnitude earthquake simultaneously with this at the same location as their atomic bomb tests, where they have done 3 successful ones, I think, in the past. But yeah, apparently the yield of this was like 10 kilotons, which is really small compared to hydrogen bombs. You guys read about this, right?
Yes.
No, I didn't know about this at all.
No.
Charles did.
Well, I heard about it. But I didn't read about
You didn't read about it. What do you think? What do you think if let's assume for a moment that North Korea does have a hydrogen bomb?
Right.
What happens? Like with South Korea, they can't do
Right,
anything.
right. They wouldn't be able to bomb South Korea because that would kind of fuck them up, right?
No, they could. Absolutely, they could.
But wouldn't that
And
kind
that's
of
the
fuck up
problem.
North Korea?
A lot of places they
already
could
kinda
bomb
fucked
would
up,
still fuck them up because winds move around the earth.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but you're a little bit safer. If you bomb South Korea, it's right there.
Yeah, but then they get bombed.
Yeah.
If
Right.
they bomb anybody, then they
But
get bombed back.
What they're going to threaten to do, and perhaps already would with the existing nuclear arsenal that they have, is like, great, well, we're open for business. Would anyone like to buy a nuclear weapon? Yes. Or you could pay us not to sell the nuclear weapon. Like you pay farmers not to grow
Basically.
crops, you can
Yeah.
pay us not to sell these bombs that we got.
Yeah, that's basically it. But they don't have a hydrogen bomb. They don't have the capability, which is amazing. But yeah, they don't. But it's curious to think about if they
Well,
did.
I mean, if you stifle innovation from all your citizens, I mean, isn't this what you get?
That is kind of true. But they really heavily fund military.
Yeah, I mean, some of the military and scientists are actually well fed and
Yeah,
live
some are.
very well. compared
Yeah, but
to
you also
everyone
need
else in the
to
country.
really know, science, and then, like, it's not like you could just invent something that somebody's already invented if you've never seen it before. Like, you kind of have to be able to come up with that idea.
Right, but if their government wasn't so retarded, and I can't assume that they would cut themselves off from the entire world, you can find a lot of the information.
on the internet. We just go online and Google.
You
how
can
to
just
make
Google,
nuclear
like, how to
bomb.
make a nuclear bomb.
No, but you can Google the process of how
Manhattan
it's done.
Project 101.
I can Google how a star works. Now, how can I apply this to a bomb?
And it's not like we're going to go there and be like, no, will North Korea shoot everybody?
Well,
That's
they
not
only
gonna
have
happen.
North Korean internet, so
But
they
that's
won't get very
what,
far.
that's what I just said, is they
Oh,
wouldn't
and
cut
then
themselves
they send
off.
some people to Russia and they learn in their universities, and then poof, and get some uranium. There you go.
Well, you don't need that for a hydrogen bomb. You don't need heavy elements.
You need the uranium.
That's
to,
for fission.
No,
Yeah.
okay. So I was reading about this. They don't actually use hydrogen in a hydrogen bomb. What
No.
they do is they use the uranium,
they
a
make hydrogen.
regular atomic bomb, to then use to blow the atoms out of lithium, which is more stable, that turns into hydrogen and then ignites and blows up.
Well, I think that's the way that North Korea was saying they do it. I don't think that's the way that we do it.
Do we just use hydrogen?
No, because hydrogen's
No.
unstable. It's
But,
too unstable. You
right, but I don't think that we use heavy elements.
I mean, we clearly do. That's why it leaves radiation.
I read that the hydrogen bomb is an atom bomb with lithium.
I don't know.
It's the regular atom bomb that blows up and that causes the other thing that you put in there to turn into hydrogen and then
I guess.
accelerate.
I read that it was Harvey's headlines.
Yeah.
Dave is the headline reader on the Lotus Cast live Thursday nights. Dave is the headline reader on the Lotus Cast live Thursday nights. When it turns 11 o'clock, it's Dave's time to shine. Listeners tune in to hear him bitch crying whine. Oftentimes Dave does cross the line, making Joey teary-eyed when he says he's fine. Dave is the headline reader on the Lotus Cast live
Did
Thursday
you record this here?
nights.
He did.
Dave is the
There was a picture of him sitting right over there.
reader
Don't you remember?
on the Lotus Cast live Thursday nights.
Matt somehow does not see any of the updates I ever post.
It's weird. I wish I did.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah, I posted it on Instagram.
I see
There's
your
a video.
stuff. Dude, listen.
I posted a video of him singing on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
On the Lotus Cast?
Yeah.
What?
It's weird. And finally, a man who I have to assume is retarded has been arrested and charged with armed robbery, kidnapping, conspiracy, possession of stolen property, violation of probation, and gang enhancements. I don't know what that is. After he took a Snapchat selfie with his victim. One of the victims, woman, exchanged Snapchat information with the assailant named Victor Almanza Martinez.
I don't see
Really?
found it.
You found it. There you go. Are you just gonna... Okay.
Well, at least you can hear it before the auto-tune.
Yeah. And they even posed for a picture together. Like, the assailant and the victim posed for a picture together on Snapchat and sent that out. There are two other suspects as well, but I can't imagine they were as stupid to give them personal information as the people they robbed. So they stole their car, 2013, whatever.
Why do people feel the need to, like, social media while they're criming?
Because.
That was the dumbest sounding sentence that you've ever said, but it was accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like, what the hell? Yeah, I know. Not only that, he got, like, they gave each other their information. Like, here's my Snapchat. Oh, I'm stealing your car.
It's just because.
What the fuck?
Well, he's being friendly at least.
What the fuck?
Dude.
At least you know, like, he didn't, like, he's not a violent guy that stole your car.
Mini celebrities, man. Mini celebrities.
That's insane. That's so...
He's going to get however many likes for stealing the car, and it's cool.
Yeah, but it's on Snapchat. There are no likes.
Yeah, but, I mean...
Does it say, did she screenshot the Snapchat?
It's actually weird
I
that
assume somebody
Snapchat
did.
hasn't incorporated some sort of, like...
Save feature?
No, not a save
is.
feature, but, like, a like feature. So, like, you send a snap out, and you could say, oh, this one got a lot of, whatever.
Because they probably don't want, like, the porn stars, cam girls, and stuff to get the most likes out of everybody.
I thought you're not supposed to Snapchat that stuff anymore.
You still can.
No, you can. You can just get reported.
Wait, what?
Because
You can't
they
Snapchat nudes anymore?
They told porn stars they didn't want them to make porn stories anymore.
Right, just the stories. They can still send you
Oh,
personal ones.
oh, okay.
And they do.
They still do. All right. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Charles, final thoughts? I don't feel well.
Well, so
Did anybody else just get a notification that says we're starting at 7 p.m. at the Lotus House?
if
Right now?
Yeah.
No, I got that hours ago.
I were to win the lottery,
Oh, you're
I've
doing this.
decided that the way Dave can get a share of the profits is I'm going to build a console. It's going to be like a half moon shape but angled, and so it's a console, and there's a chair, and in the middle there's a big red button, and behind it is a gigantic TV screen. Now, Dave can have, and we're going back and forth
Powerball.
on the money, on how much money it is, right?
Let's assume that it's a $700 million Powerball.
No, well,
It doesn't
I know that's
matter.
how much are we going to pay you?
Right, no, but I'm saying out of this, like that is an
No,
important...
okay, that's
thing.
fine. Well, but not really, because the amount isn't that significant. Because
Okay.
Joe brought up that you could live off $40,000 for like 10 years. So we're like, okay. So we'll give you $100,000, but only at the end of the year. And for a year, you have to show up 9 to 5, sit in the chair, and when the button lights up, you have to hit the button.
What am I, like a test monkey?
That's it.
That's
all
the
you gotta
only
do.
job. You
You're-
can't have a computer.
You are
No
George
phone.
Jetson.
Yeah.
You just hit the button, but it's not like you hit the button and you can fall asleep all day. No, you have to hit the button when it lights up, and you're not going to be sure when it's going to light up. And then every now and then I can kind of check in and FaceTime you, and that's why the giant monitor's there, because then my picture, I will appear on the screen to kind of look
Mussolini's just
in,
going to appear above
to kind of
me.
look in and be like, well, is he awake? Is he doing a thing?
You know I would never
Right?
do that, right?
Well, but I mean, you could live for 20 years.
I
Dave.
understand. You know I would never do that.
But it's the easiest job in the world. You don't
No,
have to
it's
do
not.
anything.
That's
You
not
just
the
have to
easiest
hit the
job in the
button.
So easy, Dave. You
No, it's
sit there
not.
and you hit a
Hit the
button,
button.
No.
like maybe a few times a
You
day.
have no
Yeah.
idea what an easy job
It
is if
could
you
be
think that's
too-
an easy job. That's harder than doing just normal work for a day. It is. It is. Do you understand how frustrating that would be mentally? To just sit there looking at a button.
What if we just
8
had
hours a day?
when
every
Charles
day?
wasn't on screen, it was just your bubby watching TV, and you could watch your bubby watching TV.
That would be even. I would shoot myself in the face. Like you would have to clean up my corpse, Charles.
You're just gonna hit the button. when the button lights up.
I don't think you understand how difficult that really is.
Chime in every now and then.
You-
Hey, Dave, how's it going? Oh,
You really
Wake up.
misjudged this. You don't know how difficult that would be.
seems like an easy job.
It is easy. Like the task of hitting a button is easy.
he doesn't
But I
have to
do
make
agree with Dave.
sandwiches.
Like you would just
All you
go
have to do is,
fucking
like, literally
crazy.
just show up.
Mental torture, yes.
Yeah, for if you're there for 8 hours and just randomly, like, you would become so stressed because when's the button gonna light up? When's the fucking button gonna light up? And then you're just anticipating when the button, and then you're gonna think that maybe it lit up and it didn't light up, and then you're just gonna smack it once.
And
it's
then
just-
Charles would they would electrocute me or something. I'd just be...
I get it. It would be, yes, mentally frustrating. Now, I mean, in terms of labor and work and all of that.
The thing, this is you'd only have to last 1 year, and you could live 25 years at this $4,000 a year ratio.
Yeah, 40
4,000?
years. 40 years.
Yeah, you said you could $40,000. You could live like 10 years off that.
Yeah, 20 years. You could live 20
So
years.
for $100,000,
But
that's
whereas
25 years.
so there's no inflation.
Yes, there's no inflation
You'll be
in this scenario. You'd only have to work 1 year, and then you don't have to worry about it for the next 25
I mean,
years.
you could do it for another year. It's another $100,000 on the line if you did it for another year. You can do it for 2 years.
I can only kill myself once,
But
Charles.
we were thinking okay, well,
But
if we
no,
paid
don't.
you an hourly rate or something, then you would do it for a while, and then you'd quit the minute you had enough money to last for a while, and you'd quit.
Yeah.
So we need to delay it until you get paid yearly.
No.
Make sure you stick in there.
Absolutely
with
not.
the-
That's a
with the
no.
button
That's
press.
a
What,
big no.
Dave, what would be an easy job that you would say yes to?
I don't know. If I knew that, then I would go for it.
Well, I mean, obviously,
Like,
it's
what
a
the
job
hell?
that doesn't exist now.
Yes, if I could think
Like
of
if
a job.
the job was like you just eat hamburgers. You eat 8 hamburgers a day, 1 every hour.
Okay, that would kill me. But okay.
But that's
I
all
don't
you
want to
gotta
do that either.
I'm just curious. How can we get Dave working? Like, what's the secret job?
It's not going to happen.
I don't think you understand why I don't work.
Yeah, but no, there's a reason to it.
No, because he doesn't have to.
No, it's limited. Yeah, but it's a limited amount of work for a small time frame, and it covers the rest of your life.
You don't know what type of... No, that's not a limited amount of... That's a lot of work. You have to sit
For
there
1 year,
staring at a button.
You give
8 hours
away
a day.
1
You
year of
don't
your
know-
life to have the
that's
rest of
giving
your
away
life
your
for free.
entire life because there is no way you stay mentally stable after that. That's insane.
I do think that if you take away Dave's internet, then Dave finds a job to then
buy internet,
keep internet going.
Yeah.
Is it a job outside the house or like?
I don't know, man. If I knew this...
No, he'll listen. Take away Dave's internet, his capability to communicate with internet, and Dave finds a job. Doesn't matter what the job is, but he'll find a way.
But
to pay
is
for
the
it.
job like he needs to go get a job at a store, or is it like I go to
It
all
doesn't
my
matter.
Neighborhood.
Listen, I'm
houses
telling you
and
right
mow
now.
the
I don't
lawns?
think if I knew this answer, if we knew that, then it would be
Take
easier
away
to
his
do.
internet, and you'll find out. You'll find out what it is. You know, that's the only way we find out. And then, what else do you do? Then you take away the power that runs it. So then he's got to work for the power and the internet. And then you slowly start to
You're
take
just
away.
weaning me off of the bottle?
Yeah. So then he's slow. Oh man, I got to pay for this now. I got to pay for this.
You're gonna sour the milk,
right? Oh, now to keep my job, I got to get a car.
Wait, do you have to?
Then he becomes a human being.
No, do you have? Do you just give up your cell phone? Like, if you have to start paying your cell phone bill, would you just give it up?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no need for it.
I don't need it.
As long as he's got his internet at home, he's fine.
The only thing
it's
he needs
the
is
internet,
yeah.
my friend. Take the internet away.
Well, I don't think why start adding other things. I don't think it's going to work. Like, the internet was clearly just the baseline.
That's what it is. Take away the internet, he gets a job.
Is that true, Dave?
I mean, it's one of two ends there. Yeah.
Well, you always said like I could just be homeless. So
That's true. I could, and I would manage. But if I'm living in a home and I have nothing to do in that home, that would be worse than being homeless. Because being homeless, then at least you need to do something to survive.
Couldn't you just walk out of the house and be homeless then?
I'm not gonna. Why would I want to do that?
Because you just said it's preferable to be homeless than to sit at home and do nothing.
No, I said it would be easier. So if I was doing something to survive, if I had to keep myself alive by wandering streets looking for fish bones or whatever homeless people do, then it would be
Fish bones.
it would be easier mentally to do that every day than to sit in a room doing nothing.
You are so fucked in the head.
I don't know why that's fucked in the head.
Dave,
you would
final
really
thoughts.
you would really rather do that?
I don't. Okay.
Given those two
I
situations,
could live in a house without internet and be fine.
I didn't. Yeah, but not with nothing to do. I mean, if you weaned everything up and I just had a home.
No, I'm just saying, you take away your internet out of your life.
Yes.
Like, say, hey, listen, you now have no more internet.
I would have nothing to do.
Okay.
Like zero things to do.
Oh, all right, but you would find a way to pay for internet, right?
Well, what if we said, like, you could still watch TV or something? Would that be consolation? Could you get by on just watching TV?
Network
with no internet?
TV. You only have 3 channels.
Commercials all day.
No, he gets just the regular 3 channel, the local 3.
Yeah.
What the hell?
4, I guess, with 5. No,
I mean,
5 because PBS.
That's a lot of repeated news. They do like 6 news hours a day, all of them. And there's nothing on from like 2 to.
Well, you got PBS during the news hours.
Yeah,
He'll be so bored that he'll decide he has to go get a job.
They show Arthur. I can watch Curious George for 30 minutes.
Well, listen, you're not bored.
Final thoughts.
This whole thing distracted me from final thoughts. I have nothing.
Joe,
just since we're talking about the lottery, I posed earlier if I won the lottery that I would take care of my friends, but Dave mentioned to me that I don't need to take care of him.
That's not what I said, and you
issues.
have
You
to
said
stop.
that.
No, I didn't. And if you keep
dude, he's
lying about what I
backpedaling.
said,
Yeah,
no.
he's backpedaling.
What I said is I was considering whether or not I would have to refuse based on the principle that I've set forth.
So yes, you have to refuse.
So you have to refuse.
I didn't say I would.
No,
No,
I
do you
have to
understand
do
the
this.
word consider? This is a very specific word that
You're
I'm using.
considering it. So, like, you're literally saying there is a possibility that I would turn down any sort of gift you would give me. I would turn it down
there is
out
a
of
chance.
pride.
There's absolutely a chance.
So
Absolutely.
I have to make the offer first.
There's no
before you
chance.
to do it.
What, you'd rather I ask you for money
I'm
when you
just
win the
curious.
lottery?
My assumption right now is that I don't have to give you anything because you said out of
You're
pride.
right. You don't have to give me anything. Absolutely. Yes.
Out of pride, you would say no. Anyway,
I never said anything
so.
about pride. I said
Well, you
would
did-
the
you
expectation
said your
be?
pride was so swollen.
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't. But stop fucking lying. God damn it. Can't be truthful about anything.
Well, Matt and Charles did already claim Dave's prize. So.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like that the way that Joe phrased that. He said that I would have to make the offer to give. It's like yes.
Well, yeah, but like,
of course
if I'm
you
giving
would.
Charles something and I'm giving Matt something, and then you're sitting there by yourself, like,
what am I supposed to do? Beg you?
Are you
for
gonna
money?
say like,
I'm
oh,
not
what?
gonna say anything.
You're not giving me anything?
No, I wouldn't say a thing because what the hell am I supposed to say? Oh man, you gave them $5 million each. Just here, I guess. Like, what the hell am I supposed to say? That's insane.
Would you stop hanging out with Joe?
No, because he would have all sorts of cool rich stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be like Richie Rich.
Yeah. Oh, Joe bought a yacht, and it's just all of his friends would just go on the yacht.
Well,
and it's
he
for
wouldn't
free?
go. He wouldn't take part in any of the fun stuff that we
principle
do
of it.
because
Yeah.
the principle of it. That's what he said.
So it's not just giving
all
money.
I said-
It's like if I paid for vacations and stuff, they wouldn't go
No,
out.
that was my idea
Yeah.
to begin with, and my only thing I said I would have to. I considered whether it would be expected of me to deny the money if it was offered to me. That's what I said.
And you said that you would consider denying it.
Yes,
out of
course
pride
I would.
reasons.
I didn't say anything about pride.
I'm pretty sure pride came in
It
there.
didn't. That's what you've been saying since then. So that's why you think you.
No,
it was
yeah,
said.
your swollen pride came
Yeah,
into it.
yeah.
That's what you said.
Didn't say that once.
I don't know. I just think that it's more relief now that I don't have to worry about Dave. Like Dave
You
takes care of
don't
himself.
because you will never win the lottery.
Well, to be egg on your face when I win the lottery.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope there is.
I can't tell. Are you serious? I hope I win too.
I don't like his tone. Now I hope you lose. This is to prove Dave wrong.
Oh, don't do that. You benefit if I win.
Yeah, but I hate for Dave to. I hate for Dave to be right. It really pisses me off.
Hurts your pride.
angry.
Yeah. I don't have a final thought either. I'm tired. I don't feel well.
Show me the way to go home.
What was that? The one with the sorrow?
The Lady of Spain?
No, that song that nobody knows.
Oh, from The Lion King.
Trouble I'm in.
When the
seen.
birds and the thing.
Oh yeah.
One of the
Hakuna
guys
Matata.
from Ghana was singing that on the loading dock the other day.
Really?
But he had the words wrong. He said, "Nobody knows my story" instead of sorrow. He was like, "Nobody knows my story," and I said, "That's not how that song goes." He goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, it's sorrow." He goes, "No, it's story." I said, "No, it's sorrow."
They're not really like.
And he's like, "Is it sorrow?" And then he looked at one of the other guys from Gone, and the other guy goes, "Yeah, it's from Sorrow." But like he's
It's
been
from
singing
Sorrow?
it, and the guy never corrected him until I said something, and then it's just. It was weird. It was a weird situation.
Yeah, how are you gonna tell him the truth?
I don't know how I'm gonna tell him the truth.
Let's go home.
Let's go home. Guys, thank you so much for listening. We are the Lotus Cast. We'll be live next week, maybe. No, we'll be live. We'll be here. What is this song?
The one that you requested.
Clem.
Apparently
Clem,
not.
tío, tienes que
No.
oír esto.
No, not at all.
That was the first. It was the
What
first
the
response on
fuck?
YouTube.
Well, now you
For
Google
one-
something, and then there you go.
Was that even the right song? That was
No,
Eleanor
it's not the
Rigby.
right song.
That started as
Yeah.
Eleanor Rigby,
Right.
And
That was the first. If you search for Helter Skelter, the Beatles on YouTube, that was the first video, and it was 4
how many
minutes.
times have I told you to search with the letters HQ at the end or
It had
lyrics?
HQ in lyrics.
No, it didn't.
It didn't. But it's the first one.
It didn't.
And
Well,
then the
I
only
guess
ones
we'll-
after that are live.
On our first show back in 2016, we'll just end the show in silence.
Wait, hold on. Maybe this
seems
is it.
fitting.
Did you add HQ or lyrics?
Oh no, that guy's just.
Did you
playing
add
it.
HQ or lyrics to the search?
Hold on.
Hold on,
Lyrics.
let him-
Christ.
Oasis Helter Skelter lyrics.
Nope.
How about this one?
He just Googled Helter Skelter.
Nope, that's 2 minutes long.
This is unbelievable.
It's probably just not on YouTube.
That's it. It's not on YouTube.
Makes sense.
Unbelievable.
It's literally not on here, Dave. You
Well,
can see
guys, we'll be live next week. We are the Lotus Cast, lotuscast.com.
it. Well, I'll play Charles' song. Hang on.
No, please. Actually, I like it not going out on a song. I think it seems really fitting. Just seems nice. Seems comfortable this way. So until next week, go fuck yourselves.